Well, hello everyone, and welcome here on the Holy Ghost Prep campus for some Firebirds baseball. And we have a good one for you today between the Holy Ghost Prep Firebirds and the visiting Chichester Eagles. I'm David Spansky here with James McKenna. James, it's great to have you here on baseball. We had you on basketball, and we're going to talk Firebirds baseball today. Of course, commentating the game, we'll talk some Phillies, we'll talk some MLB baseball as a whole. So give me your first kind of reaction, or what are some things that you're looking for in today's game?
I'm looking for Isaac Acosta, the pitcher, starting pitcher today for the Firebirds, to get off to a hot start. He's been waiting for this. He's playing right field really well and leading off pretty well as well. So hopefully he can carry that momentum onto the mound.
Yep, and for the visiting Chichester Eagles, it'll be Mr. Taylor who will get the start. We'll see him on the mound in just a little bit. But we're taking some warm-ups here, first pitch. And as you said, Isaac Acosta leading off once again today. He'll be on the mound, sophomore. We'll take a look at him. We'll dive into him more when he gets on the mound. But also talking, let's run through the Firebirds lineup here for you. So we have Isaac Acosta leading off, followed by Tyler McCord, Jack McDermott, Reese Accord, Robbins, Goldenbaum, Amati, Phillips, and then doing the catching, Zach DeMario, finishing off in the 9-hole tonight. But really, what I'm so excited to really see in this game is how Holy Ghost Prep bounces back. Their first loss of the season was a heartbreak. They lost 7-1. They come back in the home opener and they were able to win that game against Germantown Academy. They did lose their last game, so the Firebirds come into this game 1-2, but it was a hard-fought battle against LaSalle, and I am excited to see how they respond today. And I think that Coach Olinsky has this team ready and set up for a comeback here to hopefully even the record at 2-2.
Yeah, I would agree with that statement. They played three good teams to start the year. They showed that they can win hard games against Germantown Academy and against a D1 recruit, Eddie Copper. LaSalle's a good team, but they had a good battle against them. Hopefully they could carry that same intensity into this one.
Yep, so Chichester coming into this game is 0-0 because we do not know if they have a record or not. We have their lineup card. It doesn't say a record, and on Max Preps, which is where we do a lot of the scoreboard watching and to check out the records, it says 0-0. So we're not exactly sure. We tried to find out, couldn't exactly, so we're going to go with 0-0 to start this. Holy Ghost Prep, of course, coming into this game at 1-2. Again, David Shapansky, James McKenna with us here today, and it's a beautiful day for baseball. First pitch temperature is in the mid-60s. Well, not first pitch yet, but coming up at 65 degrees with winds about 15 to 20 miles per hour. And we talked about it in the beginning, well, actually prior to the broadcast. The wind is blowing out to right field today, so we'll see how that affects the game when it gets started.
Yeah, I'm excited to see. It's my first Firebirds game announcing for baseball, so I'm excited to see the boys get to work.
Yeah, and it's, like I said, a beautiful day, and we just can't wait to take in some baseball here in just a few moments. So Firebirds look like they're heading into the dugout. The lineup card exchange and the umpires should be meeting here in just a few moments, and then we'll get you ready for the game. Before we do, let's take a look at Chichester's starting lineup. They'll lead it off with Scott. He'll be the third baseman today, followed by the pitcher Taylor. Hankins will be in the third spot. He'll be the shortstop today for the Eagles. Karamanko, the catcher, will be in the cleanup hole, followed by Claycomb. He'll be over at first base. Hankins will be at second base, so Jason and Josh batting third, Jason batting sixth, both Hankins. Graham will be the right fielder. He'll bat seventh. Valentine will be the left fielder. He will bat eighth, and Kennard will be the center fielder, and he will bat ninth. So again, Scott, Taylor, Hankins, Karamanko, Claycomb, Hankins again, then Graham, Valentine, and Kennard for today's game. So it's exciting to see how this one happens. Hopefully the Firebirds can get a win. First pitch here delivered was a good one, and we'll be on set here for some Firebirds baseball in just a few moments. Phillies and Mets playing up in New York. Just about 175 miles up the road north, and they'll be having a doubleheader today after yesterday's game was postponed due to rain. So we'll keep you up to date with that game, so if you want to stay tuned with us here, that'd be great. Also, we do want to remind you that if you do have an Xfinity TV, your remote connects to X-Fi, you can just speak into your remote and say Holy Ghost Prep YouTube channel. It will take you right to the stream. You may just have to press a couple buttons real quick, but it will take you right to the stream if you want to watch it on your big screen TV. You can watch us on your phone, any device, iPad, computer, whatever you have, you can get us on your device.
And here comes the Firebirds.
Yeah, Firebirds are coming out onto the field warming up. Isaac Acosta on the mound for the Firebirds. Isaac, of course, a sophomore, and this will be his first start of the season. Nick Henn has already had 2 starts with Matt Long pitching in the home opener.
Yes.
So we'll get set here in just a few moments. First pitch was scheduled for 4 o'clock. It's 4:05 right now, and we'll see when we decide to get underway here in just a little bit. But I'm really excited for this one. I think this should be a very good matchup. Again, Chichester, we have them at 0-0 down. Firebirds are 1-2. They are 1-1 at home. So hopefully we can get some good production out of the Firebirds today. And one thing, some keys to today's game, James. You talked about Isaac Acosta.
Yes.
Do you have another key to today's game? For a win for the Firebirds.
Yeah, for a win, I would say just doing the little things good. Errors and walks lose games for you. Hopefully they don't walk many players and commit many errors. That's all I got to say.
And my key to the game is simply to get off to a good start. Pitching, mainly. And again, the offense does have to pick it up early, but Isaac needs to have a good inning here in the first inning. The past two games, Matt Long and Nick Ken, who actually, Nick did struggle throughout his outing, but Matt Long after the first inning did settle down. But the problem was walks in the first inning, the problem was hits, and really it should be interesting to see how Holy Ghost responds in the first inning. That's been something that they've been working on in the practice field to get the fundamentals right. The Firebirds have had a lot of teams steal a lot of stolen bases against them. They need to cut that down. And see how they could get this game in their favor. And also, of course, you want to start strong. You want to have that offense working, but also defense, especially here early on in innings. You can't stress that enough. You can't get behind, regardless who you are playing.
Yes, exactly. The southpaw out of New Jersey, the transfer student, sophomore Isaac Acosta, getting us on our way in a few short moments. Very excited to see that.
Well, leading off for the visiting Chichester Eagles will be number 10, Andrew Scott, listed as the third baseman, and we're about ready for first pitch. The scoreboard is working today. It was a little bit hard to hear the home plate umpire last time. We'll see if we can hear him today. It's a little bit hard from our vantage point, but anyway, at 4:07, we are ready for first pitch on this Tuesday afternoon for baseball. We're glad that you could join us, and the first pitch from Isaac Acosta is
low, I believe.
In there for a strike. It's 0-1. We do have the scoreboard up. That is an advantage today for us. Isaac's next pitch
Strike number 2
is in there for a strike. It's 0-2. We got to get used to the home plate umpire's call.
Yeah.
Andrew Scott down here, third baseman, again for Chichester. He's in the hole, 0-2 to the lefty Isaac Acosta. The pitch in the dirt.
Yep.
1-2. The Chichester Eagles do have a lot of players on their lineup, similar to what LaSalle had the other day. The 1-2 pitch is hit on the ground down the first base line, and it's a fair ball. Get past Reese Accord. Scott is on his way for second, and he will be in there sliding and safely. So it's a leadoff double for the third baseman, Andrew Scott. Down in the count, 0-2, and well, eventually 1-2, and comes back to work that double. What do you see out of the play, James?
That was a good way to battle back in the count. Not a hitter's count. It was a pitcher's count, and Isaac left it right there for him to go opposite field. Almost got him at second, though. From our vantage point, he was safe.
Yeah, so now Zach DeMario will head out to the mound and have a conversation with Isaac Acosta after that first hit there given up by Acosta on the first batter of the game.
Just hoping Isaac doesn't get shaken after his first batter being for a double.
Some of the defensive alignments for the Firebirds. In left field, it's Phillips. In center field, Robbins. In right field, it's Amati. Then across the infield, at the corners, at first base, it's Accord. At third base, it's McCord. At shortstop, it's a senior, Jack McDermott. At second base, it's Matthew Goldenbaum. Catching is Zach DeMario. For the sophomore, as you said, Isaac Acosta.
Yes. That ball went up.
There's the ball. It's 1-0. And that will bring up the second hitter here, and it's the pitcher, number 17, Zach Taylor. Runner at second is the leadoff hitter, Scott, who reached base with the leadoff double. Acosta comes set, and his 1-0 pitch is in there for a strike. It's 1-1.
Good pitch by Acosta.
Taylor today, again, doing the pitching for Chichester. Right-handed pitcher, right-handed batter. Acosta trying to get him out. Nobody out here in the top of the first if you're just joining us. And the 1-1 is swung on and hit on the ground over to short. Jack McDermott is up with it. He'll throw to third, and they will complete the tag out to get Scott in time. Good play by Jack McDermott on the pass to, well, on the throw, I should say, to Tyler McCord, who was covering the bag. So it will be a force play, well, not a force out, but it will be a fielder's choice for Taylor. So the out is recorded at third as Scott goes down there. And there's now one out with a runner on first, and that's Taylor.
Good awareness there by Jack McDermott.
Good play, too. That was in the hole.
Not great base running. Not great base running.
I think that Scott thought that was getting through the hole. That'll bring up the shortstop, number 1, Josh Hankins. Batting in the 3-hole today for the visiting Chichester Eagles, taking on the 1 and 2 Firebirds. Both of their last games, though, the 1 win and the 1 loss, have both been very close games. Firebirds have battled back offensively, and the pitching just trying to be solid. Isaac Acosta has done a good job working out of that leadoff double so far, getting him out at third. Has to get out of the inning, though, with 1 away. Acosta looks, and that ball's hit in the air, deep to left field. Going back is Phillips, and that ball is gone. 2-run home run for Josh Hankins, and that will give Chichester a 2-0 lead, and we talked about it. You don't want to get behind early, and the Firebirds did that, and even though the wind's blowing out to right field, that ball had no chance getting out, or that ball had no chance of staying in as the ball left in left center field. Good swing there, very good swing. Firebirds have been bitten by the home run ball in first innings. They gave up a home run last game to LaSalle against Caddy, and now here they give up a home run to Hankins. That'll bring up the cleanup hitter for the visiting Eagles. That is number 16 doing the catching, Anthony Karamanko.
Yes.
Who will face Isaac Acosta, and Acosta's first pitch, and he did swing. It's 0-1. So 1 away here. Firebirds will have to work out of some first inning trouble once again as they trail 2-0.
It wasn't even a bad pitch by Acosta. It was just left in the wrong spot, and then he took advantage of it.
Got the barrel to it.
Yes, he did.
He was perfect. The ball is 1 strike the count with 1 out here in the top of the first. Isaac delivers, and it's in the dirt. It's 1-1. Like I said, beautiful day for baseball. Freshman baseball practicing on the other field. Of course, varsity game here between Chichester and Holy Ghost. Again, we're in the mid-60s, a little bit of wind, about 15 miles per hour, blowing out of the northeast. It is blowing out, though, to right field. Acosta will step off the mound, working here once again, of course, from the windup. No runners on base with 1 out. The pitch to Karamanko is in there for a strike.
1-2 count, I believe.
Should be 1-2.
Good pitch there by Acosta.
We'll have to see how Acosta progresses throughout this start. Holy Ghost prep pitchers have settled in. They've had rough first innings, but they've settled in. The offense has picked up, especially late. Acosta's 1-2 pitch to Karamanko is bounced in front of the plate. It's 2-2. I was listening over there when I was on the Holy Ghost prep side, of course our side, here, which is on the third base side. A little bit weird in terms of dugout configurations. Usually the home side is on the first base side. But anyway, I was over there getting the lineups pregame, and Isaac was trying out a new curveball. So we'll see how that works here in this game. Maybe not a new curveball, but trying to perfect his curveball. The 2-2 pitch to Karamanko is swung on and hit in the air, left field line. Phillips is racing towards the corner, and it will slice foul.
Almost.
And it remains 2-2.
Yeah, speaking about the curveball you were just talking about, his placement hasn't been that great with the curveball. His fastball is his dominant pitch, but obviously had a 2-run home run off of it. But I think he should just attack the batters, especially as they get lower in the lineup.
2 balls, 2 strikes to count to the cleanup hitter Karamanko with 1 out here in the top of the first. 2-0 Chichester Eagles lead, and the pitch from Isaac Acosta is bounced, and now working the count full is Karamanko. It's 3-2. Three balls, 2 strikes to Karamanko, the cleanup hitter. If you're wondering how we got here, Scott led off with a double for Chichester, then followed by a fielder's choice by Taylor, the pitcher, then Hankins hit a 2-run home run over the left field fence. Walked on ball 4 inside to Karamanko, and there will be a 1-out walk. You never want to walk batters, especially after giving up that 2-run home run.
They'll have a courtesy runner for the catcher.
Bring out number 55, who is listed here on my sheet as, let's see if we could find him here. Let's see if Chichester has him listed, and they do not. So they do not have a 55 listed on the roster. Maybe he is a JV player part-time. That will bring up the number 5 hole hitter, and that is, as they throw back, force play down to second, and he is out. Good play by Jack McDermott to force the tag. Reese Accord with the throw, and there's 2 outs. So a little bit of base running mistakes here for the visiting Chichester Eagles. 2 outs.
Good pickoff attempt there by Acosta.
Yeah, the batter here for Chichester.
Claycomb, I believe.
Yeah, is number 32, Hunter Claycomb. He's the first baseman. And the first pitch to Claycomb will We'll see. I think that it is a ball.
Yeah.
It's 1-0. Isaac Acosta so far with 2 outs here in the top of the first. 2-0 Chichester. And the 1-0. Swung on and hit in the air. It's weak out to left field. McDermott is out, but Phillips says he's got it, and he will put it away to end the inning. So nice way to bounce back there. Got some help out by poor base running by Chichester, but Isaac Acosta gets out of the top of the first. 2-0 as we head to the bottom of the first. Chichester leads this one. Firebirds offense coming up. Stay right here. Don't change your channel. We'll be right back.
Thank you, Mr. Eston.
Very nice.
Baseball and basketball are the only ones I could probably do. And football, but we don't have football. So.
What about bowling?
Maybe that's probably easy enough to do.
Bowling?
Probably could.
Cross country? Hey, that guy's already catching that guy now. Guy's still in first.
Oh, here comes the other dude. I don't know his name, but here we go. Yeah, hit a 2-run homer.
Did they?
Yeah, to left field.
Field.
And the wind's blowing out to right.
Isaac just left it there for him. Isaac fits in, yeah. Fastball right down the middle.
I've had a lot of people that have told me to say different stuff on the stream today.
Yep, I'm the one. I'm gonna give you a praise.
Okay.
I want boom chocolate.
Boom chocolate.
Remember NBA Jam? Do you remember that kid?
NBA Jam was good.
From that.
All right.
Welcome back here as we head to the bottom of the first. 2-0 lead for the visiting Chichester Eagles off a 2-run home run from the 3-0 hitter Josh Hankins. As we get started here in the bottom of the first, Holy Ghost Prep lineup as follows: Isaac Acosta, Tyler McCord, Jack McDermott. Reese Accord will do the cleanup hitting, followed by Robbins, Goldenbaum, Amati, Phillips, and Zach DeMario will bat ninth for the Firebirds. And they will face right-hander Zach Taylor. It will get the start here for Chichester. Comes into this game, as far as we know, 0-0 with an overall record as the team. We are not positive, though, if that's the case. Max Preps and the lineup card are not exactly clear on the record. As we get started, the first pitch to Isaac Acosta is fouled back to the back of the cage. It's 0-1. Phillies and Mets scoreless as they head to the bottom of the first as we get started here in the bottom of the first.
Let's see if Isaac can bounce back after getting up that 2-run homer.
David Chapansky, James McKenna with you here on the Holy Ghost Prep campus. Beautiful day for baseball. And the 0-1 pitch. Swung on and hit on the ground over to the second baseman. He'll field it and make a clean throw over to first in time. Score the putout 4-3. That's Hankins. He will complete the throw over to first to Claycomb, and there's one away here in the bottom of the first. I'll bring up Tyler McCord, who was the player of the game the other day in the 7-5 loss against LaSalle. Tyler McCord with 2 base hits, also 2 walks, 2 for 2. And he'll face Taylor here. He fouls the first pitch. It's 0-1.
Don't know much about Taylor as a pitcher. We knew a lot about the other pitchers, especially Eddie Copper. But
Well, I haven't seen many off-speed pitches yet
down
from Taylor.
Strictly fastballs. Steps off.
2-0 here for just joining us in the bottom of the first. No balls, 1 strike to count with 1 away here in the bottom of the first. Chichester leads this one. The 0-1 pitch is swung on, and that should fall in between the outfielders in right center field for a base hit. McCord is thinking 2, but he'll go halfway around first and then pull back. So base hit for Tyler McCord, 3 for 3 in his last 6 at-bats. As McCord reaches here with a single. That will bring up the senior, Jack McDermott. So first hit for the Firebirds of the day. First hit allowed by Taylor. And he'll go to work in the stretch with McCord with good speed over at first base. And the pitch to Jack McDermott is swung on and hit in the air out to left field. It's falling shortly, and it will get down. McCord, who did hold, he'll have to stop at second. And Jack McDermott has a base hit. So back-to-back hits for the Firebirds, and they got something cooking, James, huh?
They do here. They do. Jack McDermott made a nice play in the field and followed it up with a nice loop single to left field.
Valentine was over to get the ball back in to stop McCord from advancing to third. So with 1 out, that will bring up Reese Accord, the cleanup hitter for the Firebirds. Runners on first and second.
Righty on lefty matchup here. Let's see if Accord can take advantage of it.
With 1 away. And the first pitch from Taylor is low. It's 1-0. Doesn't seem like Taylor is exactly overpowering guys. Lots of contact has been made, even some foul contact here.
Looks more of like a contact pitcher than he is a strikeout pitcher.
One ball, no strike pitch. Taylor delivers, and it's swung on and hit on the ground over to second, but it gets bobbled and through the legs of Hankins. Scoring is going to be McCord. Heading to third is Jack McDermott. Reese Accord will stop at first. And there's runners on the corners, but most importantly, the Firebirds get an RBI. Boom, shakalaka. It's 2-1. Chichester does have the lead. Firebirds, they will score that in E4 against Hankins.
Yeah, I would score that at E4 as well. Tough play.
And that will bring up Aiden Robbins,
Hard hit ball there to
the center
base.
fielder. Mr. Helsley's happy about the boom chakalaka. Runners on the corners with one out here in the bottom of the first. Taylor so far giving up 2 hits. And the first pitch here to Aiden Robbins is fouled back. It's 0-1. 2-1 game. Firebirds have had some rough starts in the past couple games, so their offense has gotten them back into these games, and they're trying to do it here and tie this game up early. 2-1 game. Last game the other day against LaSalle took about 3 hours, so we hope that we're not exactly here for that. We want to get some dinner eventually. The 0-1 pitch going from first is Accord, and now going home is Jack McDermott, and he is out, but that doesn't matter because Jack McDermott will score the run. Well, it does matter, but Jack McDermott will come home, and it's a 2-2 game, so Robbins is thrown out at second, or sorry, Accord is thrown out at second. But smart, somewhat smart, as you do get a run there. Taken out, but the Firebirds tie the game at 2 apiece. Pitch from Taylor is a little bit high and outside, and it's 2 balls and 1 strike to Aiden Robbins, a center fielder. So nobody's on base, so Taylor will go back to the windup, but it is a 2-2 game. The 2-1 pitch. Upstairs, it's 3-1. To Aiden Robbins. Bottom of the first, 2-2 game between Varsity Chichester, the Eagles, and the home Holy Ghost Prep Firebirds. The pitch is upstairs, ball 4, walked him. So Robbins is on board with a walk, and that will bring up the sophomore Matthew Goldenbaum, who has done a pretty good job in his last couple games. He's on a hitting streak. He's hit in the last 2 games safely here at home, including a big RBI double against Germantown, which provided the Firebirds a 9-3 victory. First pitch is upstairs to Goldenbaum. It's 1-0.
Hopefully the disgusting sugar Mr. Hessen gave us in chemistry class doesn't hurt Matt Goldenbaum about that.
Does Mr. Hessen have something to say about that?
No comment.
The 1-0 is in there for a strike. It's 1-1.
That was a strike.
Yes. Over the inside part of the plate. Runner at first is Aiden Robbins with decent speed. The 1-1. Swung on and fouled back to the cage. It's 1-2. So Isaac Acosta didn't have to work too much. He got a couple help by his defense, got some help from his defense on a couple of bad base running mistakes by the Eagles.
Yes.
But Zach Taylor has had to work a good amount here in this bottom of the first inning. Some walks, some singles. Firebirds did make a base running mistake as well. Pitch gets by the catcher, and they'll score that. A wild pitch is heading down to second. Will be Robbins. That ball got past Karamenko, and it will also make it a 2-2 count according to the scoreboard.
I believe that is
I
correct.
believe it should be a 3-2. 2-2? I guess it should be a 2-2. Over at second base is Robbins. The 2-2 pitch from Taylor to Goldenbaum. Here it is. And it's swung on and hit on the ground through the hole on the left side. They will send Robbins, and he will score as the left fielder, Valentine, misplayed the ball. So there's an RBI single for Matthew Goldenbaum, who is now singled in 3 straight, and will give the Firebirds a 3-2 lead.
Robbins making things happen with his legs. Got walked, no hit, stolen base, and then a run.
So it's a 3-2 game. That will bring up Joe Amati for the Firebirds.
The freshman.
He's a 7th batter to hit here in the inning for the Firebirds as they lead it now 3-2. Still 2 outs here in the bottom of the first. Dave Shapansky, James McKenna with you here on the Firebirds campus, and the first pitch misses outside. It's 1-0.
The lone freshman on the team, Joey Amati.
Joe Amati, we've seen him pinch run a couple times. He also came in the other day. Firebirds do have injury news as Andrew Jones, outfielder, is out today, and the ball is thrown down to first by Karamenko, but not in time. Claycomb was a little late applying the tag, and the throw got there a little bit late.
Like the aggressiveness by Matt Goldenbaum.
It's 2-0. To Amati, Joe Phillips on deck. Throw back, safe. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the stream. As well, if you want to see more great content, sports, baseball, lacrosse. I have been not forced, but I have been chosen to do some lacrosse games. We'll see how that goes. I do not know a lick about lacrosse. Not a lick. But but I do know that it is hockey with sticks for the most part. So I should be pretty decent, as long as it's not too many line changes. And there's a ball. Now, the line changes when I commentated my first game for hockey it was something to get used to. And, you know, you listen to, as there's a walk there to Amati. Phillips is coming up, so runners on first and second with 2 outs. But you listen to the Flyers, and you listen to the phenomenal job as you listen, as Mr. Elsley now leaves us, and you listen to the wonderful job that the Flyers do on the broadcast. I'm blanking on his name. You did with the Phillies radio, Jim Jackson. When you listen to Jim Jackson doing the line changes, you know it's easy and you know following hockey. But I had a blast with it, calling some hockey games for the Firebirds, and it was great. And now doing baseball and lacrosse as well. So there's a walk, as I already said, for Amati. Second walk of the inning for Taylor. And again, that will bring up Phillips.
Hopefully the hockey Firebirds did well in their game today. I do not know the result of that. But
Well, they did have a game today.
yes.
We do have bad news, though, from New York, where the Phillies are trailing the Mets 2-0 after a 2-run home run by Dominic Smith. They're in the bottom of the first, so that makes me a sad boy here on this Tuesday afternoon. But it's a great afternoon for baseball.
That's the 5th pitcher in a rotation. Yeah.
Phillips, the left fielder, now comes up to bat. Facing the righty Taylor, so righty on righty matchup. Runners at first and second with 2 outs here in the bottom of the first. 3-2 lead for the Firebirds. They throw back to second as a second baseman Hankins was trying to get behind Goldenbaum, but Goldenbaum was not fooled and gets back in time. 2 outs here. This game is already about 30 minutes old, and we are here in the bottom of the first. That's inside. It's 1-0. But it's a beautiful weather day, a little bit windy. But we make do with it here.
Yes, we do. Anything for the Firebird fans.
Absolutely. 1 ball, no strikes, and the pitch is swung on and hit into center field. A base hit. Goldenbaum did get a little bit of a late start, so we'll have to hold at third. And the bases will be loaded for the Firebirds, and Zach DeMario will now come up here with the bases loaded. And that is 7 consecutive base runners have reached against Chichester. However, there was a base running mistake that was made. I mean, the Firebirds did get a run out of it,
Yes.
but it was a mistake. But regardless, the last 7 runners have reached in this inning against Taylor. He's out of work. The first pitch to DeMario, the junior, is upstairs. It's 1-0. He's doing the catching today for the Firebirds. With 2 outs, all you need here is some luck, some base hits.
A walk.
Either way, a walk. 1 ball, no strikes. The count to DeMario, and the pitch
That looks low.
is in there for a strike. It's 1-1. So I remember when I used to pitch, and you know, no offense to Zach here, I think he'll admit it. Not the tallest of guys is Zach, but I always used to hate it because I was a big kid too. As that ball's in the dirt, it's 2-1. I always used to hate pitching to tiny kids. It was the hardest thing to do, but not only was it so hard, but it was so weird because you would have to change your arm slot kind of, and that got you out of your mentality to throw strikes. And then the next guy would come up, and he'd be this big 6'5" dude who wants to mash home runs. And the 2-1 pitch is a big swing and a miss by Zach. It's 2-2. But, really, it was one of the hardest things to do. And that's why I think Taylor, you're seeing him take some more time in between pitches because I think he's also trying to get that arm slot to work. And I know that, you shouldn't change your arm slot regardless of the batter. But sometimes when you have a guy who's so small, it's hard to locate. As Zach takes the pitch there, and it's a full count, 3-2. Firebirds runners will be off.
Yes, they will be.
Here on the pitch, bases are loaded. Over at third base is Goldenbaum. At second base, it's Amati. Joey Phillips is the runner over at first base. I may have called him Nick Phillips earlier. His name is Nick Phillips, isn't it? Why am I getting it wrong? As there's ball 4, as DeMario will take a walk here. And it's now a 4-2 game as Matthew Goldenbaum will come in to score, and we have batted around as Isaac Acosta is going to come up the bat here for the Firebirds. It is Nick Phillips. I knew that I got it right in the first place. I was getting confused with him and Joey Amati. So Phillips heads down to second. Amati's over there third. DeMario will get the courtesy since he's doing the catching. We'll see who comes out to pinch run. Not exactly
Liam Parsons?
sure. It is Liam Parsons. So back to the top of the lineup for Isaac Acosta, who made one of the 2 outs in this inning. He grounded out to the second baseman Hankins back in this inning. We've batted around. First pitch is a strike there to Acosta. It's 0-1. Firebirds lead this one 4-2 over the visiting Chichester Eagles. Firebirds coming in this game 1-2, 1-1 at home. They did win their home opener, but lost their last game against LaSalle. Ball swung and hit on the ground over to the shortstop. Up with it is Josh Hankins, and he'll take it over to the second base bag in time. So the Firebirds do leave the bases loaded, but they score 4 times in the inning to take a 4-2 lead.
3 walks.
Yeah, some walks, some hits, some well-timed hits. We head to the top of the second. Stay tuned for more Firebirds baseball as they lead it 4-2.
Good inning. Gave us a lot of bases. They didn't have to.
I need some out of the 10 column.
Second.
Well, welcome back here. And we had some mic issues in between innings. You may have been able to hear us, some background conversations. Here, Jason Hankins digs in, the second baseman, and he swings at the first pitch and fouls it back. It's 0-1. So brothers Josh and Jason, and the 0-1 pitch is in the dirt. It's 1-1. We have 50 people watching us. We appreciate everyone tuning in here. 1 ball, 1 strike. The count to Jason Hankins. And the 1-1 pitch.
Also.
Is in there for a strike. It's 1-2.
I thought that was low.
Must hit the corner. We'll take it.
We'll take it.
1 ball, 2 strikes to count to Hankins. Here in the top of the second, Firebirds lead this one 4-2. Chichester scored 2 runs in their part of the first. 2-run home run by Josh Hankins. And that pitch is a little bit outside, just missed. It's 2-2. The 2-2 is low, and it's 3-2.
Full count.
Three balls, 2 strikes to count. The payoff pitch from Acosta. Upstairs, ball 4.
That's what the Firebirds don't want to be doing. Give me free bases out. Make them put the ball in play. Only got 2 hits so far today.
So that will now bring up the right fielder. That is number 3, Nate Graham. Maybe a little bit of Bryce Harper there with the number 3 right fielder. Maybe. Speculation. He's a big dude. As Graham will take the first pitch in there for a ball. It's 1-0.
I just need Isaac to settle down out there.
Dave Shapansky, James Buchanan with you here on the Holy Ghost Prep campus. Great day for baseball. Acosta comes set and the 1-0 pitch. He'll throw back though first, and not in time to get Jason Hankins as he'll get back over at first base. So nobody out. Firebirds will need to limit the leadoff runners. We talked about in the open the keys to the game. 1 ball, no strikes. The count. The pitch from Isaac Acosta. Big swing and a miss. Good off-speed pitch there. It's 1-1.
Yes.
Make sure to like and subscribe, everyone who's just joining us. We appreciate everyone tuning in here on this Tuesday afternoon. 1 ball, 1 strike, the count, and Isaac will throw back. And getting back in time once again is Hankins.
If Isaac just gets in a bit of a rhythm, then I think he'll be dominant out there on the mound.
1 ball, 1 strike, the count, and the pitch is swung on and hit in the air. Down the third base line, it will go well foul, just past the JV team. I believe that may have went on to Bristol Pike. So the ball has officially left the field. Not a stadium, but the field.
Yep.
1 ball, 2 strikes. The count and the pitch. Here's the ball, it's 2-2. Oh, it is 2-2, okay. I heard some chatter, it sounded like maybe a strikeout. I thought it missed though, it's 2-2. Once again, from our vantage point, it was a little bit tough to see here with the cage and some spectators. They'll throw back once again. So a lot of maybe cat and mouse games here between the pitcher Isaac Acosta and the runner at first base Jason Hankins, who led off this top of the second with a walk. 6, 7, and 8 to start the inning. Hankins was the 6-hole hitter, so now it's 7, 8, and 9. And the pitch is swung on and hit in the air out to center field. Robbins, who broke out, now comes sprinting in, and he'll make the catch to put it away for the first out here in the top of the second. Score it in F8, so Graham goes down with 1 away now here in the top of the second. And that will bring up the left fielder, number 8, Owen Valentine, who will bat here against the lefty. So lefty and righty matchup here with a runner on first and 1 out here in the top of the second. The pitch is inside, almost hit him, but did not. It's 1-0. Still 2-0, Phillies and Mets. Phillies are batting. Pitching for the Phillies is Chase Anderson. I believe pitching for the Mets is Taijuan Walker. And the pitch is swung on and hit in the air out to left field. Breaking ahead, now breaking back, and going back is Phillips. And he'll make the catch with a few steps in front of the wall for 2 outs.
Got nervous for a second again there.
Yeah, it didn't sound all that great off the bat, but it carried a little bit. Again, the wind is blowing out to right field, but that home run got out in the first inning to left field, and it looked like breaking in originally there was Phillips, but then he broke out and then kept on going back, and in front of the track he makes the catch for 2 outs. That will now bring up the 9-hole hitter for the Chichester Eagles, and that is the center fielder, number 2, Stephen Kennard, or Kennard, I believe it's Kennard.
One of those two.
2 outs here in the top of the second. Isaac Acosta looking for a clean inning in terms of runs. He walked the leadoff batter here in the top of the second. That was Jason Hankins. Then Nate Graham flew out to the center fielder, Aiden Robbins. And then Owen Valentine flew out to the left fielder, Nick Phillips. And now Kennard is up here. And the pitch is a ball. 4-2 game. If just joining us, Holy Ghost Prep lead. They scored 4 runs in the bottom of the first to take the lead after Chichester scored 2 in the top of the first. A 2-run home run courtesy of Josh Hankins, the shortstop for Chichester. And the next pitch is over there for a strike. It's 1-1.
Had the Firebirds hit 8 home runs this year?
They have. Liam Parsons had the inside the Parker 3-run home run. And I know I'm forgetting somebody else, but I'm telling you, another hitter did hit a home run. I cannot think of who it was from last game. I forgot because we had school today. The other games that we had, that I did, we were at home over the spring, the Easter break. So I was bringing a scorecard, and I forgot my scorecard at home this morning. So I cannot check back on the scorecard. I'm using a piece of paper. That ball's hit in the air. It's dropping quickly, and it will drop in front of Nick Phillips, who is charging quickly there. So there's a bloop single to left for Kennard, the 9-hole hitter, so they get production out of him with a single. And now there's runners on first and second with 2 outs. Back to the top of the lineup for the leadoff hitter, Andrew Scott, the third baseman. In the first inning, he doubled to start the first for Chichester. He then was thrown out, though, at third It was a fielder's choice for Taylor, the pitcher who was on deck. But here's Scott. He'll face Acosta for the second time, and the first pitch he'll see is an off-speed pitch that bounces in the dirt. It's 1-0.
You still can't find that rhythm with that. It looks like it's a curveball from our angle. but you
Yeah,
still can't find that
again, we
rhythm.
talked about it in the beginning of the game. Looked like either he was trying to maybe, fix it, perfect it, or maybe trying something a little bit new, try to throw off some of Chichester's hitters here. The 1-0 pitch is in there for a strike. It's 1-1. So this umpire does have a little bit of a delayed call, but it is a loud call, which is good so that we could hear him, because although we can see most pitches, there are some pitches that we can't see. Outside pitches are a little bit difficult, low and outside, so it is sometimes difficult to get the exact pitch from where we are, but we have the scoreboard, and we're of course going to do our best to fill you in with what's going on behind the plate. 1-1 strike, the pitch. Acosta comes set and time is called. Not quite sure if that was called by either the umpire, maybe Zach DeMora behind the plate, or maybe the batter. Scott, for sure, was not a called by Acosta. Looked like he was ready to go.
Yeah. We also can't see the umpire's motions
Yeah.
on a strike call either. So.
Top of the second, 1-1 strike count to Scott, the leadoff hitter, and that ball's in the dirt. It's 2-1. Trying to get the second there, or the third, I should say, was Hankins, but he got halfway through and then just stopped and went back to second. 2-1 strike, the count. To the leadoff hitter, Andrew Scott, with 2 outs here in the second. Scott's waiting on the delivery from Acosta. Acosta comes set, and the 2-1 pitch
You went.
is in there for a strike, outside corner. It's 2-2 with 2 outs. Here in the top of the second, the twos are wild. Also 2 runs for Chichester, but Firebirds do lead this one 4-2. Firebirds coming in this game 1-2 with the last game a loss to LaSalle. They'll try to rebound here, and the next pitch will be upstairs. Tried to get them to climb the ladder, but it was unsuccessful for the Firebirds and Acosta, so the runners will be off here on the pitch as Hankins and Kennard will be running. 3-2 count with 2 outs here in the top of the second. Isaac Acosta trying to get out of some trouble, a jam here in the second. And the 3-ball, 2-strike pitch from Acosta to Scott. Here it is, and the payoff pitch is a ball. Walked him.
They fouled it off.
Oh, it was fouled off. Okay. Once again,
Couldn't
with
even
the
get out there.
spectators, it was a little hard to see. I apologize. But it is fouled back, and it will remain a full count. It's kind of weird, too, because that sound with the clank of the metal, sometimes it's hard to tell if the bat hit it and then hit it against the metal, or if the pitch was just kind of wild. Do you know what I mean?
We couldn't hear the bat there either.
Yeah. 3 balls, 2 strikes to count. Acosta comes set. Runners will be off. And the pitch to Scott is swung on and hit in the air down the first base line. That may hit a car. We did hear a windshield, and it clanked it pretty hard. We had a couple windshields the last couple games as well. I was in the middle of the parking lot, so if you're listening to us on the feed and your car is in the middle of the parking lot here, you may want to go check it out. The 3-2's hit in the air. It's diving quickly to right center field. Robbins comes in, and he's under it to slide and make the catch. Good catch there by Aiden Robbins, who will put away a sinking hit in right center field. So that will do it here for the top of the second. Chichester leaves 2 runners on base. As Isaac Acosta gets out of it, they don't score in the inning, does Chichester. Led to the bottom of the second. It's a 4-2 lead for the Holy Ghost Prep Firebirds. Welcome back here as we get started in the bottom of the second. And the first pitch is in there for a strike. As Tyler McCord will dig in here for the Firebirds. No balls, 1 strike, the count. And the next pitch is upstairs. It's 1-1 to Tyler McCord. Tyler today is 1 for 1 with a single back in the first. He got the big rally started for the Firebirds to score 4 runs. It's 2-1 count, my bad. The 2-1 pitch to Tyler is in there for a strike. It's 2-2.
2, 3, and 4 up for the Firebirds. I don't know if you said that when I was gone. But.
Phillies coming back. It's a 2-1 game as Andrew Knapp hit a sac fly. 3 balls, 1 strike. Thank you to the umpire there for that. And there is a walk for Tyler McCord to get the party started once again. So Tyler continues his on-base streak. I believe that may be 7 plate appearances of reaching on base. No, maybe 6. Might be 6. Might be 6.
Consecutive or just?
I believe it's consecutive. Unless I'm missing a play that he had the other day, but I know he had 2 singles. Unless maybe one of them was scored an error, but regardless, he's reached base. That ball's hit in the air out to center field. It's hit pretty deep. Going back is Kennard. He looks up, and it's going to fall in front of the fence. McCord is flying around second. He's heading to third, and he's being waved on home. He will score. The throw goes to third as Jack McDermott has an RBI triple. It's a 5-2 lead for the Firebirds. And Jack McDermott, he always swings a hot stick, and that ball almost left the yard.
Second time Tyler McCord today has scored. Going on base, good things happen.
So you're good. So it's a 5-2 game, and that will now bring up Reese Accord, who reached via an error in his first at bat back in the first. And there will be a pitching change. So Zach Taylor will come out of this game after going 1+. Doesn't get an out here in the second. And we'll see who the new pitcher is. So we will have a pitching change, and we will be right back here on the Holy Ghost Prep YouTube channel. 5-2 lead for the Firebirds. Welcome back here as we have a pitching change as we head to we are in the bottom of the second. The Chichester Eagles are going to bring in number 22, Logan Ray, left-handed pitcher. As only going 1 inning was the starter, Zach Taylor, in this one. The Firebirds lead this one 5-2. I'm David Chepansky along with James McKenna here with you on a beautiful Tuesday afternoon. We're in the mid to upper 60s. There was a lot of wind in the beginning. There's still a good amount of wind now, but it seems like a little bit less as we progress. The sun is shining. It's a beautiful day. You couldn't ask for a better day for some baseball here. The Phillies are playing 2 against the Mets. They trail right now in game 1, 2-1, but we'll hope that they keep on battling here as Logan Ray will take over, and he will face Reese Accord in just a moment. But James, what are you seeing out of the Firebirds hitters in this one? They've gotten off to some slow starts against LaSalle. You know, their offense has picked them up, especially later in the game. But what are you seeing well right now done by the Firebirds, especially offensively? Because they've been swinging it here early.
Well, their on-base percentage is extremely high right now. Only 2 putouts, actually, looking at the score line, both by Acosta. So 8 hitters have reached base so far. And they're taking advantage. It didn't look like he had any off-speed or any other pitches besides his fastball from our advantage angle, so they took advantage of that.
Yeah, and it's been a good approach. It all starts with a good approach at the plate, and that's what's been happening here. So we'll see if Logan Ray, the lefty, can shut down the Firebirds. With nobody out here in the bottom of the second, he'll face the lefty, so lefty-on-lefty matchup against Reese Accord, who is 0 for 1 today, reached on an error. First pitch he'll see is upstairs. It's 1-0. So Chichester, they're not playing any games. They go to the bullpen right away here. 5 runs is enough. And I guess you can't really blame him, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
1-0 is a big swing, and I believe he did get a piece to foul it back off the catcher, Karamenko. It's 1-1.
It's be interesting to see how Logan Ray approaches it with a runner on third base.
Yep, nobody out. Here in the bottom of the second, 5-2 lead for the Firebirds. 1 ball, 1 strike count to the cleanup hitter for the Firebirds, Reese Accord. And the pitch is in there for a strike. It's 1-2. If you're wondering where Chichester is, well, I mean, you can kind of figure it out. It's in Chester, just a little bit south, I believe, of Chester, south of the Philadelphia International Airport, if you know where that is, close to the Delaware-Pennsylvania border. So a good probably 50-minute ride, maybe 45, up from Chichester. Team was a little bit late getting their bus here. Usually they get here 3:15 at the latest. Chichester got here around 3:30 today. 2 balls, 2 strikes the count. Logan Ray's offering Teresa Cord as he slowed it up a little bit.
Cord's battling up there. Don't want to go down on strikes.
Jack McDermott, who was 2 for 2 today with a single and an RBI triple, who just scored Tyler McCord. He is over at third base, is Jack McDermott. And the 2-2 pitch to Reese Cord is upstairs. Good eye by Reese, and it's 3-2. Maybe Reese is going to take after Reese Hoskins here. Put a nice ball in the gap, some power. 3 balls, 2 strikes. The payoff pitch is swung on and fouled back to the screen. It remains 3-2. Good battle brewing here between the new pitcher for the Eagles, Logan Ray, and the cleanup hitter for the Firebirds,
Yeah, lefty on lefty
Reese
matchup.
Cord. Yep. 3 balls, 2 strikes the count, and the pitch, swing and a miss. It swung early through it once again, an off-speed pitch. And that will get Reese Cord. First strikeout for Chichester pitching. And that comes courtesy of the new pitcher, Logan Ray. They'll bring up Aiden Robbins, the center fielder for the Firebirds. And he'll take the first pitch in there for a strike. It's 0-1. Aiden Robbins today does not have an official at-bat. He did walk in his first plate appearance. No balls and 1 strike. With 1 out, he swings and hits one on the ground over to the second baseman, Hankins. The throw to first is in time to score the putout 4-3, but most importantly, scoring from third is Jack McDermott, and that will make it a 6-2 Firebirds lead. So Robbins does his job and gets an RBI for the Firebirds. There are now 2 outs, though, here in the bottom of the second, and that will bring up the sophomore second baseman, Matthew Goldenbaum, who was 1 for 1 today with a single. Back in the first, that did come against Taylor, though. The Firebirds also do have bullpen action. First pitch is low. It's 1-0 to Goldenbaum. Can't exactly see who that is out there. I can
Looks
tell.
like Zach Manar still. Could be wrong.
Okay, I could tell you, though, it is a right-handed pitcher. 1 ball, no strikes the count. And the pitch is swung on and hit in the air. Out to center field. Kennard goes back. It's going to split the gap and head all the way to the tarp fence. Heading for second is Goldenbaum. He's going to head for third. The throw is way in time. And Goldenbaum will get thrown out trying to stretch it into a triple. So Chichester will get out of it. Good relay there. I believe that was Nate Graham who throws in the pass to Josh Hankins, who gets it in time to Scott, the third baseman, to make the tag on Goldenbaum. We head to the top of the third inning. Firebirds score twice in the inning as they lead it 6-2 against the visiting Chichester Eagles. Welcome back here as we head to the top of the third. Chichester and Holy Ghost Prep. Holy Ghost leads this one 6-2. And Isaac Acosta will get started here in the third. He'll face, I believe this is Zach Taylor, who was the pitcher to start the game for the Chichester Eagles. He only went in 1 inning, gave up 6 runs. 1 ball, no strikes is the count. I believe that they didn't substitute for Taylor. It is hard to see, though, with the numbers on the back. The 1-0 is low. It's 2-0. Taylor in his first at bat, once again, we do think it is Taylor. He's over 1 with a fielder's choice. He grounded out to the shortstop, Jack McDermott, who threw it to Tyler McCord to get the force. The 2-0 pitch from Isaac Acosta is upstairs and outside. It's 3-0. So Isaac has started the first 2 innings that he's pitched with giving up base runners. You don't want to get into too much of a habit with that as we start here in the third. Firebirds have a comfortable, for now, 4-run lead. And the 3-0 pitch.
Talks about 4 pitches.
Yeah, ball 4 just missed. It was a good pitch, though. I think Isaac trying to find out where that pitch was. But it is a walk nonetheless. That will bring up the shortstop, Josh Hankins.
Yeah, that was Zach Taylor.
And he hit a home run in his first at bat, did Josh Hankins, over the left center field wall, just over the head of Nick Phillips. So Acosta lets the leadoff runner on here in the top of the third. The first pitch is in the dirt to Hankins. It's 1-0.
5 straight balls.
Yeah, so Hankins did throw a fastball to, or sorry, Acosta did throw a fastball to Hankins when he hit the home run. So we will see if the fastball is off limits here. But again, the off-speed pitch has not been able to be commanded great so far by Isaac. So you don't want to get into a habit of, you know, trying to find your command. 1 ball, no strikes, the count here to Josh Hankins. 1 for 1 with the home run. The pitch upstairs. It's 2-0.
Yeah, we're good. Thanks.
2 balls, no strikes, the count. Over at first base is Zach Taylor, who reached with a walk to start the top of the third. 6-2 game here in the top of the third. Chichester and Holy Ghost Prep. Holy Ghost Prep leads 6-2. The 2-0 pitch is swung on and hit in the air to left field. This ball's hit pretty well. Nick Phillips goes back. He looks up, and it is foul. So Nick Phillips Nick Phillips going back trying to catch that ball, but Josh Hankins almost 2 for 2 with a home run. That reminds me of Nelson Cruz. Did you see what he did when he hit the ball foul? He kills the Detroit Tigers, by the way. He hit the ball foul. If you don't know who Nelson Cruz is, DH, designated hitter for the Twins. He killed the ball foul. The next pitch, he hit the ball, a line drive to left field for a home run. So he missed it. Next pitch comes back. Hopefully Josh Hankins, nothing against him, but you get what I mean. In terms of a Firebirds fan, you don't want to see another homer. As that ball misses low, it's 3-1 to Hankins.
Cruz is getting up there in age.
He is, yeah, 40-something, and still swinging it. I mean, defense has always been a problem. I don't have to remind Texas Rangers fans of that. But it's been a problem for Cruz, but boy, can he swing it. The 3-1 is in the dirt, walked him.
They're going to take him out.
So back-to-back base runners here for Chichester. As 2 walks, and we'll see maybe if Coach Olinsky decides to pull the plug here. That will bring up Karamanko, Anthony Karamanko, the catcher, who doesn't have an official plate appearance. He walked in his first at bat. Isaac so far through 2+, not recorded an out yet here in the second. Phillies still 2-1. They do trail to New York here on the Holy Ghost Prep campus, 6-2 against Chichester. Firebirds have a lead here in the top of the third. As the Firebirds taking this mound visit.
Yes. I think the pitching coach is coming out there just to settle him down.
Calm him down.
Not walking on a guy.
Yeah, and I mean, of course, the home run to Hankins was a big hit, but hasn't given up too many singles, or too many hits and all. He's given up 3 hits today. The 1 home run, the double, which didn't hurt him because he got thrown out at third on a fielder's choice. And then the single to Kennard, but that was it. And the single to Kennard was not hit all that powerful. So, I mean, it's been control for the most part here for Isaac Acosta. Yeah. As they'll face Karamanko, again 0 for 0 with a walk. And the first pitch Karamanko will see is a ball. It's 1-0. Runners on first and second here in the top of the third for the visiting Chichester Eagles as they threaten, trying to respond to Holy Ghost, who have scored 6 runs in their first 2 innings of offense. The 1-0 pitch as time is called by the home plate ump. So they did have bullpen action. I'm still trying to see if I can get a name to who that was out there that was warming up.
I think it was Zach Van Arsdale. I could be wrong, though. That'll be my guess.
Okay. So you're going to say it's Zach. All right. Yeah, it may have been. It was for sure a number in the 30s. So it may have been Zach. Zach's number is in the 30s. The pitch from Acosta swung on, hit on the ground, over to third base, and that ball is foul as Tyler McCord will just kind of watch it go foul. It's 1-1. It's great to have you with us, everybody, here on this Tuesday afternoon for baseball. The next Firebirds game will be on Thursday against Roman Catholic. Game, once again, will start at 4 o'clock. We'll have it for you right here on the Holy Ghost Prep YouTube channel. 1 ball, 1 strike. The count. Acosta comes set with runners on first and second and nobody out. And the pitch is in there for a strike. Good pitch there by Acosta, and he's ahead 1-2 to Karamenko. Looks like there is somebody running up and down on the Holy Ghost Prep side.
Looks like Nick Henn. Could be wrong.
Is that Nick? Maybe. Nick did pitch, though, yesterday, so maybe he's just getting his legs loose. Or not yesterday, but he did pitch in the last game Saturday against LaSalle. Gave up 5 runs, did Nick. I know he's been really working to try to fix some of the control problems that he's had. Chichester seems to be getting a bigger lead here against Acosta. And the pitch is swung on and hit on the ground over to the second baseman, Goldenbaum. He'll tag second for the first one, and the pick cannot be recorded by a cord. So a bad throw there by Matthew Goldenbaum. So it will be a force out at second base, but it will be an E4 on the throw by Goldenbaum to allow Karamenko to reach first. So there is 1 out, though. That's good news for the Firebirds. As moving up to third is Taylor. Hankins thrown out at second. And that will now bring up Hunter Claycomb. Claycomb today, the first baseman, he's 0 for 1 with a fly out to the left fielder, Nick Phillips.
The pinch runner for...
in his first at bat.
Don't know who the pinch runner is.
Yeah, number 55 once again comes in and pinch runs for Chichester, as he did in the last inning, because Karamenko is, or in the first inning I should say, because Karamenko is the catcher for the Eagles. We do not have a name, though, on number 55, unfortunately, and at least not on our roster. Acosta will throw back to first base. Now, one thing to keep in mind is the Firebirds did it, even though it did cost them an out, but they did score a run off of it. Yes. Where trying to get in the pitcher's head, they throw back and then the runner comes home, which is a common play. Not saying the Firebirds created that play, but maybe Chichester is trying to get in the head of Acosta and try to get that runner home to make it a closer game. Acosta still has not yet delivered a pitch to Claycomb, and now time has been called. So we're moving at a tremendous fast pace here in the top of the third. 6-2 lead for the Firebirds. Acosta comes set to face Claycomb, as 0 for 1 today. Acosta will deliver. Well, we'll wait for the pitch to be delivered, as he'll throw back to first to check back on the runner. I mean, obviously it is common sense here, baseball common sense, that the runner on first will try to steal second.
He loves that pickoff.
Sometime in this at-bat. Yeah, and lefties, they have a good one. They have a one you sure have to watch out for. Even if you think you're confident over there, or you're a quick runner, number 55 is a tall guy. Acosta facing Claycomb here in the top of the third with 1 out. Runners on the corners for Chichester as they trail 6-2. And the pitch. Upstairs, it's 1-0. One ball, no strikes, the count.
I think they'll give Isaac to the end of the inning.
As my papers begin to blow around. 1 ball, no strikes, the count. Next pitch is upstairs. It's called a strike. Must have caught the upside. No, it is a ball. Okay, I thought so. 2 balls and no strikes.
Close pitch.
Yeah, it was close.
Depending on who it was.
Looked a little high, though, and it was.
Yes, it did.
2 balls, 2 strikes, the pitch. And it's upstairs. It's 3-0. So you don't want to let the bases get loaded after offense begins to put up runs. They put up 6 so far in 2 innings, but maybe there's some confidence there that the offense can score. Jason Hankins, the second baseman, is on deck for Chichester. 3 balls and no strikes to count. And the pitch from Isaac Acosta is ball 4 in the dirt, walked him. So Claycomb will head down to first base, and moving up to second will be Karamenko. Well, Karamenko's pinch runner, the courtesy runner, number 55. And over at third base is Zach Taylor. And that will do it, I believe, and it will do it. Yes, it will. For Isaac Acosta, goes 2 1/3. He's given up 2 runs so far, but all 3 runners on base are his responsibility. We'll see who the Firebirds bring in, but we'll have a pitching change. Stay tuned here on the Holy Ghost Prep YouTube channel, here on the Holy Ghost Prep campus. We'll be right back for more action. 6-2, Firebirds lead this one. Welcome back here in the top of the third. Bases are loaded for Chichester with 1 out here in a 6-2 lead for the Firebirds. Taking over for the Firebirds in relief for the starter, Isaac Acosta, who goes 2 1/3, giving up 2 runs, but all 3 runners on base are his responsibility. And the new pitcher is number 15, Zach Van Arsdale. For the Firebirds, this may be his first appearance of the season in the 3 games that I've called so far that have been here at home. He has not pitched. Maybe he pitched in the opener. I am not exactly sure about that one. Again, the next game, the next simulcast that we'll have for you right here on the Holy Ghost Prep YouTube channel will be on Thursday against Roman Catholic High School. You don't want to miss it. Full of action for the Firebirds. After that, Firebirds on Saturday will take on heated rival Father Judge. We'll have that game for you as well. That game begins at 12. So the Thursday game, next game at 4 o'clock against Roman Catholic. Saturday's game is at 12 against Father Judge. Zach should just be about ready here. The 2 Zach DeMario behind the plate, Zach Van Arsdale doing the pitching. They'll have a conversation here. Bases are loaded for Chichester as they threaten in a 6-2 game. Firebirds do lead this one here in the top of the third. Phillies update, taking on the Mets, still 2-1. Mets lead with 1 out here in this game. Up there, we're not exactly sure how many outs, but we'll find that out. Phillies and Mets playing 2 games today. 1 out, though, here. And Van Arsdale's first pitch is popped up, and it'll head foul. It's 0-1. The batter is the second baseman, Jason Hankins. In his first at-bat in the first inning, he walked, so no official plate appearance yet for Hankins. But Zach comes in a difficult situation here, and Coach Olinsky has to have a lot of confidence in him here, just because the bases are loaded. It is a 6-2 game. Firebirds do have a lead, but the bases are loaded. A home run ties this game up. An extra base hit would most likely clear the bases.
Yes, hopefully no home runs. Don't want that.
We want strikeouts.
Yeah. That would be
or double plays. No balls, 1 strike. The count with 1 out.
Corners are in right now.
Here in the top of the third. The 0-1 pitch is in the dirt. It's 1-1. As you said, good eye on picking up on that defensive shift there. We've seen the Firebirds do this a lot recently. Again, McCord and Accord will play on the corners. And McDermott and Goldenbaum will shift up the middle close to the bag. 1 ball, 1 strike, the count. You're in the top of the third, 6-2 lead for the Firebirds, but Chichester threatening with the bases loaded. And the 1-1 is swung on, but fouled back late on that pitch was Hankins, and it's 1 ball and 2 strikes. I want to thank everyone again for tuning in today. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the Holy Ghost Prep YouTube channel. We are quickly approaching 600 subscribers. We appreciate everyone who has subscribed or checked out the stream. One ball, 2 strikes. The count to Hankins. Arsdale comes set in the pitch. Is outside. It's 2-2.
Zach looked like he wanted that to be a strike. Close pitch.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Umpire's been consistent for the most part.
Yeah, I would agree with that. I was about to say that. Hasn't been too many controversial calls in this one. In the last game against LaSalle, there was. The 2-2 pitch just swung on but fouled back. It remains 2-2.
Battling here.
Good battle here by Hankins, who has been late on the fastball by Zach, but has not been able to square it up here and make contact. 6-2 game, Firebirds lead. Here in the top of the third inning, Chichester Eagles, the visiting team, threatening in this one with the bases loaded in a 2-2 count and 1 out in the pitch. He's in the dirt, ball 3, nowhere to put him. It's a full count. As Hankins, who has already walked once, though, that was against Isaac Acosta, the starter for the Firebirds, who went 2 1/3. All 3 runners on base are his responsibility. And in relief is Zach Van Arsdale, who's trying to at least keep the damage to a minimum, but hopefully not let any eagle come around and score. 3 balls, 2 strikes, the count. Van Arsdale comes set, and his payoff pitch is swung on but foul back. Good battle brewing here. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Van Arsdale really, we'll see if he goes fastball here. I know that he's missed high and glove side a lot, but, well, not a lot, but you get what I mean in this at bat, but I think he may want to go there again. Hankins is late. Chichester bench makes some noise in the 3-2. Ball 4, walked in a run. So Van Arsdale, the first batter he will face, gives up a walk to Hankins, a bases loaded walk. So now 3 runs given up by Isaac Acosta, with the runners on second and third still his responsibility, and still only 1 out with the bases are loaded. It's now a 6-3 game, and that'll bring up the right fielder Nate Graham, who is 0 for 1 today with a fly out to the center fielder back in the second. That was in his first at bat, though, was Nate Graham. Bases are full Eagles in a 6-3 game with 1 out in the top of the third. Van Arsdale's first pitch to Graham is a big swing and a miss. It's 0-1. Maybe got a piece of that, did Graham, but that pitch was pretty far outside by Van Arsdale, to say the least. No balls, 1 strike. Van Arsdale trying to work out a jam. 6-3 game. Firebirds lead this one. Chichester threatens with the bases full of Eagles. Van Arsdale steps off. David Chepansky, James McKenna with you here on the Holy Ghost Prep Campus for some Firebirds baseball, taking on Chichester Eagles. About a 50-minute drive, and the pitch is in there for a strike. Good pitch there by Zach. It's 0-2. Now you have to put him away here, right? Yeah, you put him away. You got to get him out here.
Or turn 2, either one of those.
Get ahead, which Zach has done. But now you need to dig deep and find a pitch here to put him away. No balls, 2 strikes, the count to Nate Graham, and the pitch is swung on and in there into left field. That's going to drop in for a base hit. Nick Phillips is up with it. Only 1 run will score. He got it in quickly, and that will keep the base runner at third base. But that will score a run as it's 6-4 Firebirds. Base hit by Nate Graham, an RBI single. The bases are still full of Eagles. And that will now bring up the left fielder Owen Valentine, who is 0 for 1 with a fly out to the left fielder back in his first at bat.
There was a walk. Walks have been killing Firebirds today, but that's just a good piece of hay in there by
Acosta now has given up 4 runs. The runner on third is still Isaac's responsibility, and the pitch is low. It's 1-0, and now Van Arsdale struggling a little bit here, trying to get a first pitch strike. He did get ahead 0-2 to Graham, but gave up the single. 1 ball, no strikes. Bases are full of Chichester Eagles in a 6-4 game. Holy Ghost leads on a beautiful Tuesday afternoon for baseball in the mid to upper 60s. Wind gusts at about 15 miles per hour. Wind is blowing out to right field. 1 ball and no strikes. The count and the pitch from Van Arsdale is low. It's 2-0.
Zach did not like that call there. Looks a bit frustrated.
2 balls and no strikes. Sometimes you just got to fight through the umpires. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And even if you think the pitch is close, can't put it in their hands. The 2-0 is swung on and hit on the ground over to second base. Goldenbaum is up with it, fumbles it. The throw is in time at first base to get the out, but it will be an RBI for Owen Valentine.
Alrighty.
I believe that was a pinch hitter. I believe, because that did not appear to be Owen Valentine, even though he was the runner due up. It is a fielder's choice, though, nonetheless. And that will bring up Kennard. Stephen Kennard, the 9-hole hitter. He's 1 for 1 today with a single. That was against Isaac Acosta. So Isaac Acosta's day is done. He's charged with 5 runs. There are 2 outs, though, here in the top of the third. The Chichester Eagles did a good job to respond and get 3 after Holy Ghost took a 6-2 lead heading into this third. It's now 6-5. Chichester still threatening. Swinging at the first pitch is Kennard. It's popped up. but it will go foul behind the Holy Ghost Prep dugout on the third base side. It's 0-1. Yeah, and you know, we talked about it, but you have to right now. You cannot allow Kennard, the 9-hole hitter. I mean, I know he's 1 for 1 today, but you cannot let him get a base hit here. You cannot give up the lead. You cannot let it to be tied. Your offense has done a good job. The pitching now has to keep you in it. There's a strike. It's 0-2. So Zach now trying to finish the job here. 3 runs have scored in the inning for the Chichester Eagles. But Zach Van Arsdale trying to cut down any more runs from scoring. The runners on second and third are his responsibility. With 2 outs. No balls, 2 strikes to count to the 9-hole hitter Kennard. And he swing and a miss out in front of that pitch, and Zach Van Arsdale does get the 3rd out of the inning.
Good off-speed pitch there by Zach.
On a strikeout, but it does not stop Chichester from scoring 3 runs in this inning. But Holy Ghost will take a 6-5 lead as we head to the bottom of the 3rd. Stay tuned here on the Holy Ghost Prep YouTube channel. We'll have much more action for you coming up as Logan Ray will head back out for another inning of work when we come back. Welcome back here on the Holy Ghost Prep YouTube channel. Firebirds and the visiting Chichester Eagles in a battle. 6-5 lead that the Firebirds will take into the bottom of the 3rd. Joe Amati will lead it off for the Firebirds against Logan Ray, who came in back in the bottom of the 2nd in relief for the starter, Zach Taylor, who only went 1+ in this one. First pitch to Amati is over there for a strike right down the middle. It's 0-1. Amati today is 0 for 0 with a walk. Here in the bottom of the 3rd. Firebirds going to try to respond to the 3-spot put up by Chichester. Next pitch is upstairs. It's 1-1. David Chabansky, James McKenna with you here on the first base line here on the Holy Ghost Prep campus. The shade has now completely overtaken us, and it's made it pretty cold, pretty windy.
Yeah, a little bit.
The 1-1 pitch is in there for a strike, or in there for a ball. It's 2-2. Just missed. Thought it might have been a strike, but we'll take it. The lefty Logan Ray doing the pitching for Chichester. His 2-1 pitch to Amati is fouled back.
Car?
And the car,
Oh.
and it missed it, which is a good thing.
This is a good thing, but yeah.
2 balls and
Well,
2 strikes.
A bit of an entertainment.
Oh, well, we don't want anybody's car to get hit.
Yeah. Good,
I think that cleared it, though. I
Yeah,
think
it did.
it cleared it well. 2 balls and 2 strikes, 6-5 game, 6-5 lead for the Firebirds here in the bottom of the 3rd. It's 7-8-9, Amati, Nick Phillips. Why do I keep on saying Joey? Because Joey Amati, I guess. And then Zach DeMario, the catcher, the 9-hole hitter for the Firebirds. It's a full count, 3 balls and 2 strikes to Joe Amati, who walked his first time up. Will try to get on base once again here for the Firebirds. The 3-2 pitch from Ray is a strike 3 called. And Joey Amati will go down looking here for the first out, backward K. First one of the day there in terms of backwards for Chichester pitching. Second one of the day overall for the Eagles, and second one of the day for Logan Ray.
Yes.
They'll bring up Nick Phillips, who is 1 for 1 today with an RBI single his last time up. Phillies update 2-1
Time
at
is
the
called.
top of the 4th. As James said, time is called by the home plate ump. Birds are chirping here on this Tuesday afternoon. 6-5 game between Chichester and Holy Ghost. Holy Ghost leads this one. First pitch to Phillips
Is that in there?
is maybe in there. Again, hard to see with the vantage point we are. The next pitch is fouled back.
Nope.
Yeah, they added an out, which is not the case. There's only one out. There's not two. And we'll see. It's either 1-1 or 0-2.
Looks
It's
like
1-1.
it is.
Thank you once again
1-1.
to the umpire down here on the first base line. It's 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Logan Ray comes set in his pitch to Phillips. Is in the dirt. Off-speed pitch missed low. It's 2-1. On deck for the Firebirds, Zach DeMario. He walked his first time up. The 2-1 pitch. Upstairs, it's 3-1.
Good eye there by Zach DeMario. Wait, no. Phillips is up.
Nick Phillips.
Nick
Yep.
Phillips.
DeMario's on deck. 3 ball, 1 strike, the count with 1 out. And that's upstairs. Good eye by Nick Phillips. He's on base for the second time today. Now we'll bring up the catcher, Zach DeMario, the 9-hole hitter with 1 away here in the bottom of the 3rd. Zach starting a catcher today. He's done a good job so far for the Firebirds.
Yes.
As getting the day off is Hunter Finlay. At least right now. He gets the day off. Lead off a 3rd for Phillips. And the first pitch to DeMario by Ray is in there for a strike. It's 0-1. Here in the bottom of the 3rd. It's a 6-5 lead for the Firebirds taking on the visiting Chichester Eagles. Ray will throw back, but Nick Phillips is back in time. No balls and 1 strike to count. To Zach DeMario. Steps in here trying to get some more runs for the Firebirds, and he takes a big swing and a miss, big hack there. It's 0-2. I always used to remember, when I was pitching with on the mound, whenever that ball got by your catcher, you're mad. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, you're not. I mean, not that you're mad, but you're upset because you're doing the work out there. I mean, he is kneeling and catching the ball, but you're out there using your body full force, and you're gonna bend down a couple extra times.
Exactly.
And they might have him picked off here. Nick Phillips full sending it down to second base, and the ball gets past the second baseman covering in Hankins. So we'll score that stolen base
Yeah, why not?
for Nick Phillips, who heads down to second after walking. And now the Firebirds have a runner in scoring position with 1 away. No balls and 2 strikes. The count with 1 away. You're in the bottom of the 3rd. 6-5 game. Firebirds lead in the pitch. Good eye there by Zach. It's 1-2. Pretty good crowd on tap on the Holy Ghost prep side, which is always great. I mean, there's always a good crowd, but for Tuesday afternoon, it is nice to see. The 1-2 pitch. Strike 3 called. Looking, second strikeout of the inning. Second strikeout looking in the inning, I should say. As Zach DeMario goes down looking for 2 outs here in the bottom of the 3rd. Turn the lineup over to Isaac Acosta, who is 0 for 2 today with 2 groundouts. One to the second baseman, Jason Hankins, and the other one to his brother, I believe, at shortstop, Josh Hankins. Logan Ray comes set with a runner on second. That's Nick Phillips. And Acosta swings at the first pitch. It's going to fall in right field for a base hit. Coming around to score is
Zach
Nick
Van Arsdale.
Phillips. And there's a base hit for Isaac Acosta.
No, that was Zach. That was Zach.
That was Zach. Really?
Yes.
That was Zach. Okay, well then, who did strike out?
That looked like.
Do we have a lineup? Do we have a lineup issue? I'm not sure.
Zach Van Arsdale came in for Acosta and
Oh, okay.
DeMario.
Okay. So DeMario did strike out, which is what I thought. But Isaac Acosta was pinch hit for by Van Arsdale, the pitcher. Okay, that makes more sense. I got my Zachs confused there. So Van Arsdale comes in for Acosta, and now they'll have a courtesy runner, so that means Zach will go out and do the pitching here. It's now a 7-5 game, but let's talk a little bit about that play in right field by Nate Graham. Now, maybe he misjudged it. Maybe he didn't want the ball to get by him, but it looked like he could have caught that baseball.
it looked like he
Yeah, I
easily
mean,
could've.
it was falling, but it wasn't falling at a tremendous rate. Maybe he just wanted to be safe
Yes, I was
and
thinking the
not
same exact
let it
thing.
be an extra base hit. Who knows? First pitch here to Tyler McCord is over for a strike. It's 0-1. So far today, McCord is 1 for 1 with a single and a walk.
Single and walk. That's correct.
Scored 2 runs today for the Firebirds.
Yep. The 0-1 pitch will be delayed as they'll check back on the runner over there at first. The runner at first is Shane Turpin for the Firebirds, so he's the courtesy runner for Zach Van Arsdale.
Is it Shane?
Here in the bottom of the third, so 2 pitchers really kind of exchanging spots with each other, even though Zach can hit pretty well. There goes from first, that's Turpin, and he will steal a base. Firebirds dugout excited about that one. Sliding down to second will be the pinch runner, who gets credited with the stolen base. That's Shane Turpin. So 1 ball, 1 strike count for Tyler McCord, who will try to get that runner in. 7-5 lead for the Firebirds here in the bottom of the third. Ray comes set, and they'll pick off. Ray does not have the quickest move to home. He does have a pretty decent pickoff move,
He does have pretty.
but it's not a quick throw to home, which is allowing Holy Ghost base runners to steal. And it's kind of a change of pace because runners have been stealing all over Holy Ghost the past couple games. That's up and in. They throw back behind Turpin, who is in there safely. The throw is by Karamenko, who gets it just a little bit late, but good idea there. As a good throw is made by Karamenko. 2 balls, 1 strike the count. With 2 outs here in the bottom of the third. Tyler McCord, third baseman for the Firebirds, up to bat. And the pitch from Logan Ray is swung on and hit in the air out to center
that's
field.
deep.
Going back is Kennard. He looks up and it is gone. It's a 2. Is it a double or is it a home run? It is a home run. It's a 2-run home run for Tyler McCord, who hits the ball over the left center field fence closer to deep center field. And Tyler McCord has had himself a day. He's 2 for 2. That's back-to-back great games for Tyler. And he gives the Firebirds, I believe it should be a 9-5 lead. It is 9-5. So we'll see. The umpires are talking here. I believe that ball went straight over the fence. I didn't see it hop. It was either, if it wasn't caught,
There's no challenge by the center fielder or left fielder.
no. And they're now going to make Tyler head back to second. So they call it a double. Now, we don't have replay out there in center, but I could tell you from what I saw, and it looked like a home run. And that is a non-biased take. I call it how I see it, and that ball did look like it was a home run, but it will be credited a double. Nonetheless, it is an RBI.
RBI ground rule double.
Yeah, it's 8-5. So take away 1 run for the Firebirds. 8-5, 2 outs here, but hopefully Jack McDermott is 2 for 2 today with a single and a triple. Can get Tyler home. First pitch is low, it's 1-0. Yeah, that ball went over the fence. And there was no challenge from the center fielder,
Yes.
Kennard, who just was like, yeah, it is what it is. Now, I will say, though, it didn't seem like it was hit well enough to get over the fence, but the wind is blowing out today. So Jack fouls the next pitch to the screen. It's 2-1, according to the scoreboard. But weird play.
Weird play.
I mean, it's so tough, too, because, there's only 2 umpires. The one behind the plate, and really, what can you see behind the plate? You're 250 feet out. And the umpire at second base, I don't know if he got a great view of it either. The 2-1 pitch is outside. It's 3-1 to Jack McDermott. With 2 outs. Here in the bottom of the third, 8-5 lead for the Firebirds. Tyler McCord on second base after hitting an RBI double. 3-1 count. 3 balls, 1 strike. Lefty on lefty matchup as the senior Jack McDermott tries to get home the runner from second. 3-1, big swing and a miss, overpowered him there with the fastball. It's now a full count. I think Jack was sitting off speed maybe there, even though it was a 3-1 count. It's now 3-2. Sorry, okay. They did correct it. It's 2-2. I thought it was 2-2. The scoreboard read 3-1 at one point. It is 2-2 though. 2-2 with 2 outs. The 2s once again are wild, and the 2-2 pitch is in the dirt. It's now 3-2 to Jack McDermott. With a runner in scoring position for the Firebirds, it's Tyler McCord again. Jack today is 2 for 2 with a single and a triple.
2 outs? Yes, 2 outs.
Has an RBI as well. 8-5 lead for the Firebirds. And the full count pitch from Logan Ray is a swing and hit on the ground over to second base. It's off the glove of Hankins and will head into right field. Coming around from second and scoring is Tyler McCord. He'll do so standing up. And that is the third error of the day for the second baseman,
Count that as an error?
Hankins. I would count that as an error. It was a bad hop. Maybe could have went either way. But nonetheless, Jack McDermott gets home the runner from second base and Tyler McCord. And the Firebirds do get their run anyway, so it's 9-5. That will bring up Reese Accord, who's 0 for 2 today. Reached on an error in his first at-bat and struck out swinging his last at-bat. He did swing on the first pitch, according to the home plate umpire, and it's 0-1. 9-5, Firebirds lead here in the bottom of the third. It's been back and forth. Chichester scored the first 2 runs of the day, but the Firebirds have battled back. Their offense has been strong today, trying to get the pitching to do the same. Running from second is Jack McDermott, and running to second, I should say, and he'll be in there safely.
That's worked pretty well today for the Firebirds.
Yeah, and it just seemed like I said, Logan Ray does have a good pickoff move, but he's not all that quick with getting the pickoff to first base or really delivering home. And Jack, a pretty good runner, takes advantage of it. No balls, 1 strikeout. No balls, 1 strike with 2 outs. As Reese Accord will see the next pitch, and he swings and pops one up. Left side of the infield, the third baseman, Scott, is over to call for it, and he will put it away. So that Andrew Scott will put it away for the third out here in the third, but the Firebirds strike for 3 in the inning. We head to the top of the fourth. It's a 9-5 lead for the home Firebirds. Stay tuned right here on the Holy Ghost Prep YouTube channel for more. We'll be right back. Welcome back here as we head to the top of the fourth inning. 9-5 lead for the Firebirds. David Shapansky with you alongside James McKenna. Here in the top of the fourth, we are an hour and a half in this game, almost. And we begin the top of the fourth. We're moving at an electric pace, but who cares? More baseball, the better. Continuing on the mound for the Firebirds is Zach Van Arsdale. And the first batter he'll face, I believe, is the top of the lineup for Andrew Scott. And the first pitch that Scott will see is low. It's 1-0. I believe it is Scott. Can you confirm that for me, James? I believe it is. Yeah, Scott, right?
Yes, it is.
Third baseman. Okay, I just wanted to make sure. It's hard to see a little bit from our vantage point with the cage. We do our best. There is bullpen action. We'll see who that is in a second. Next pitch is hit on the ground over to third. Tyler McCord is up with it and makes a good throw over to first in time. Score the putout 5-3 as Andrew Scott goes down here for the first out. Here in the top of the fourth. Bullpen action for the Eagles, as it appears that warming up is number 3, Nate Graham, who was the right fielder this game. We'll see, though, if he comes into this game for Chichester. Now bring up Zach Taylor. Okay, it is Taylor. Okay, it is Taylor. The first pitch
Yes, it
is over there for a strike. It's 0-1, 1 out. Phillies and Mets. Still 2-1 Mets lead. Up in Flushing, New York. Here in Bensalem, Holy Ghost Prep Campus, Firebirds lead this one 9-5 against Chichester in the top of the fourth with 1 out. It's a 1-ball and 1-strike count to the 2-hole hitter for the visiting Chichester Eagles, Zach Taylor.
Game.
Yep. Taylor is 0 for 1 today with a fielder's choice and a walk. Next pitch you'll see is inside. It's 2-1 to Taylor. Want to thank everyone joining us once again here on this Tuesday afternoon. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the stream. Next game for the Firebirds will be on Thursday against Roman Catholic. That game starts at 4 o'clock. As the next pitch is fouled back, it's 2-2. We'll have all the coverage for you right here on the Holy Ghost Prep YouTube channel, so it would benefit you to subscribe.
It definitely would benefit you.
It would benefit you. Also for Father Dan's weekly masses and a bunch of other school and academic related content, and of course sports. The 2-2 pitch from Zach Van Arsdale is in the dirt, but it was a swing and a miss. Strike 3. So second out of the inning as Taylor goes down swinging, and that will bring up the 3-hole hitter who has been a thorn in the side of the Firebirds today, Josh Hankins. The shortstop, he is 1 for 1 today with the walk, but more importantly for him in Chichester, a 2-run home run to get the game started back in the top of the first. That was against Isaac Acosta, who is now out of the game after 2 1/3. Zach Van Arsdale doing the pitching. First pitch is a good off-speed pitch. Looked like a curveball. It's 0-1. 2 outs here. Zach trying to mow down Chichester 1, 2, 3, and it's the meat of the order. Well, now coming up. 1, 2, and 3 to start the inning. We're now here in the 3-hole hitter, Josh Hankins. No balls and 1 strike, the count with 2 outs. And Hankins swings and hits one in the air behind the plate towards the snack stand. But it doesn't hit the wonderful snacks, the pretzels,
Thank God.
the drinks. Yeah, you want to save them at all cost. No balls and 2 strikes.
Only strikeout of the day by Zach.
I believe the Mothers Guild runs that. They do a fantastic job, as always, setting up our events. The 0-2 is hit through the left side. Gets past Jack McDermott. Base hit for Josh Hankins. He's now 2 for 2 with a home run and a single. That'll bring up the catcher, Anthony Karamanko. Karamanko today is 0 for 1 with a fielder's choice. Or sorry, Karamanko today. Okay, he is 0 for 2. 0 for 1 with a fielder's choice and a walk. How to get that right here. I was writing a little note because there was an error on the play last time for Karamanko. Wanted to get that right. Yes. So not a 1-2-3 inning as Zach Van Arsdale allows the hit to Hankins. And Karamanko up here now with 2 outs here in the 4th. Pitch is low. It's 1-0. 9-5 lead for the Firebirds here in the top of the 4th.
I wouldn't be surprised to see a steal here just to get something going for the Eagles.
Yeah, the Eagles will for sure have another pitcher coming in here soon.
Yes.
So Logan Ray should be done. We'll see who officially does come into the bottom of the 4th. Next pitch is low. It's now 2-0. Dave Shapansky, James McKenna with you here on the first base side. Here on the Varsity field here on the Holy Ghost Prep campus. 2 balls, no strikes to count. And the pitch from Zach is hit again right through the side, the left side, through the hole between Tyler McCord and Jack McDermott. And that's the first hit of the day for Karamanko. And he reaches, moving up the second is Josh Hankins. And it's runners on first and second with 2 outs. Yeah, and you have to stop this 2-out rally here because getting up to Claycomb, who is 0 for 1 today with a walk and a fly up. But he did hit that fly up pretty deep. To Nick Phillips. And they're going to have a courtesy runner come in here for the catcher, Karamanko.
Still do not know.
As number 55 comes in once again, we have no idea. His number is not on here, so we don't know who he is. As simple as that. His number is not on the roster. But he's here, so that's all that matters. It's like spring training baseball. There's numbers. We're not sure who they are, though. Swinging at the first pitch is Claycomb, and it goes foul. It's 0-1. Yeah, once again, you don't want to hit those snacks. You don't want to hit them. An automatic out if you hit the snacks. No balls and 1 strike, 2 outs. Here in the top of the 4th inning, Firebirds trying to strand this rally of Chichester. Firebirds lead this one 9-5. Firebirds come into this game 1-2, trying to even the record. And the pitch by Zach Van Arsdale is fouled off the third base cage. And it remains, or it becomes, I should say, 0-2. Claycomb, the first baseman for Chichester. Again, the next game here on the Holy Ghost Prep YouTube channel will be on Thursday, April 15th against Roman Catholic. Game will begin at 4 o'clock. We'll have all the coverage for you right here on the Holy Ghost Prep YouTube channel. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And the 0-2 pitch Zach Van Arsdale comes set, and the pitch is a strike 3 called. Got him looking. Good pitch there by Zach Van Arsdale, and he will strike out Claycomb, and that will do it. For the Chichester part of the 4th, we head to the bottom of the 4th. Firebirds lead this one 9-5. Welcome back here. 9-5 lead for the Firebirds as we head to the bottom of the 4th. Logan Ray does stay in to do the pitching for Chichester. And the first pitch to the leadoff batter here in the inning, that is Reese Accord, is in for a ball. It's 1-0.
No, it's not Reese. It is, I think, Robbins.
1-0, yeah, I did. I forgot it. Did you write down what Reese did?
He struck out.
That is true. I forgot to write that down. It is Aiden Robbins. Robbins today is 0 for 1 with a ground out and a walk. My bad. The ball is sitting in the air out to left field. Good wood on it for Robbins. Good metal, I should say. But shaded over to Valentine is where he'll make the catch. So Valentine shaded over, makes the play. F7 for Aiden.
Did he
First
strike
out here in the bottom of the 4th.
What did happen to Reese? He did not strike out.
There might have been a weird play that maybe we forget about now.
Well, listen, that's a strikeout.
Yeah. Matthew Goldenbaum will step up to the plate. He's 2 for 2 with a single and a double. Ray delivers the first pitch high. It's 1-0.
Okay.
Goldenbaum with Joe Amati on deck for the Firebirds. And the 1-0 pitch to Matt is fouled off the pipe of the metal cage. It's 1-1. Matthew having a great season so far for the Firebirds offensively. Closed the door against Germantown. Did struggle a little bit yesterday did struggle the other day, I should say, against LaSalle. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the stream. 1 ball, 1 strike to count with 1 out. And the pitch.
Swung right through that one.
1-2.
All right, 1-2 count.
1 ball, 2 strikes. The count with 1 out.
Good eye.
And good eye there by Matthew Goldenbaum. It's 2-2. Two balls and 2 strikes. The count with 1 out. 9-5 lead for the Firebirds. Next pitch is outside, just missed. It's 3-2. Now to Matthew Goldenbaum, and we'll try to get on base for the 3rd time today. The second baseman, Hankins, and the shortstop, Hankins, brothers shade up the middle. Pitch is hit on the ground over to 3rd. Scott is up with it, and he'll make a bad throw that is not able to be picked out by the first baseman, Claycomb. And that will put a runner on first with 1 away here in the bottom of the 4th.
Would have been a close call.
Yeah,
there.
I do think, though, that if the throw was a good one, I think he was out.
Probably.
So Matt may not like me for it, but I would score it as an E6.
E6.
Some fielding errors have been the problem today for Chichester, well, part of the problem. And with 1 out here in the bottom of the 4th, they'll bring up Joe Amati. Amati today is 0 for 1 with a strikeout and a walk. Logan Ray doing the pitching for Chichester. Chichester trails this one 9-5. Here in the bottom of the fourth. Matthew Goldenbaum at first with 1 out. Upstairs, it's 1-0.
And the outs, yes, there is 1 out.
David Chubansky, James McKenna with you here. On the first base side, on the Holy Ghost Prep campus, beautiful day for baseball. The shade now overtaking our side. There's a strike there by Ray. It's 1-1.
I thought that was a little low, but
Or it's 0-1, my bad.
that's
To Amati?
1-1. Is it 1-1?
I thought the first pitch missed, but yeah, it is 1-1. The scoreboard I have to stop depending on.
Yeah, that will
Should fall, and it will, in front of the left fielder, Valentine, and there's a base hit.
Good rep there by the freshman.
Very good bat. Single there for Amati, and Goldenbaum will move up to second. And that will bring up Nick Phillips, who is 1 for 1 with a single and a walk. I love the approach, though, there by Joe Amati. Just trying to get the bat to the ball, and he does. Just bloops it right over the shortstop's head in the left field. Beautiful
Yes.
swing, beautiful approach against the lefty Ray. That ball's
That
hit
will-
in the air
is that
to left
fair?
field. If it stays fair, it is an extra base hit, and it does stay fair. Coming around and scoring once is Goldenbaum. Amati is being waved home. He will score. And staying at second is Nick Phillips. And that is an RBI double for Nick Phillips. His second hit of the day. And just like that, it's an 11-5 lead for the Firebirds. Good piece of hitting there. Very good.
He's got on base every single best before, Nick Phillips.
And you'll love to see the walks, but
Yes.
the hits are an amazing thing to see. And you get on base by Goldenbaum, hustling hard down the line, makes contact, gets the error with 1 out, and then you get a nice bloop single by Amati, and then Phillips comes in and ropes one down the left field line. Hard hit baseball, stays on it just enough to keep that bat speed through the zone, keeps the bat all the way, and is able to just hook it fair down that left field line.
Good things happen when you put the ball in play.
That is true. And I'll bring up, I believe, Zach DeMario. It is Zach.
Yes.
With 1 out and a runner on second. Runner on second is Nick Phillips. 11-5 lead here in the bottom of the fourth. Phillies still trail 2-1 to the Mets. Zach takes the first pitch low and in. It's 1-0. Phillies and Mets both now, I believe, into their bullpen. 7-inning doubleheader. They're playing up there in Queens due to the rain yesterday. 1 ball, no strikes. The count. And the pitch. Stealing,
Lays it
well,
down.
not stealing, it's a good bunt. Logan Ray can't field it, and Zach DeMario doing it all now with his legs. And DeMario is on board for the second time today, and he will get an infield bunt single. So DeMario is aboard, and that will put runners on the corners for the Firebirds with 1 away, and they will pinch run here.
Liam Parsons.
It is Liam Parsons once again, who will pinch run with 1 out here in the bottom of the fourth. Now just a little bit of contact, and they'll get a run home. This should be it for Logan Ray. They did have bullpen activity, did the Eagles. We'll see if they decide to make a pitching
The
change.
right fielder looks like he'll be coming in for the.
Yeah, it is the right fielder. And we did see him warming up. That's Nate Graham, who is going to come in this game. So Graham will come in. Ray will exit. They will need a right fielder. We'll see exactly who that is. Well, I'll tell you who it is because he's going to pass us right here in a second before we take a quick break. And that is number 8. And number 8 is... Okay, that is Owen Valentine. Well, then where is the real Owen, who's supposed to be playing already out in left field? Well, see, that's the thing. In these lineup cards, you get them, and sometimes they're a little bit wrong. But nonetheless, they'll be a right fielder. It makes it hard as an announcer. But anyway, there's a pitching change as coming to the game is Nate Graham. We'll be right back here on the Holy Ghost Prep YouTube channel. It's 11-5 lead for the Firebirds. Welcome back here as we get started. Well, not started. We continue the bottom of the fourth. 11-5 lead for the Firebirds with 1 out. I'm going to stand for this inning, James. The rest of this inning, I mean, you can sit. I'm going to stand. I need to stretch the legs. We are, not that it matters. I mean, we love baseball, but just keeping, update with the time. We're an hour and a half in now. Or not an hour and a half, an hour and 45 minutes into this one. So the legs are a little tired from sitting, so we're going to stand with 1 out here. New pitcher for Chichester is the right fielder Nate Graham, who comes into pitch. Now, we have no idea, virtually no idea, what the outfield defensive alignment anymore is for the Eagles, because we thought Owen Valentine was in left. At least that's where he's put down here. But apparently he came out of the dugout and is in right field. So we'll see if we can get that corrected for you. Again, the things change here in high school baseball. Isaac Acosta, the runner Parsons, goes from first, and he is out, but scoring from third, there is Nick Phillips, who will come in to score, and it's a 12-5 game. So there are now 2 outs. As being thrown out at second is Liam Parsons, the courtesy runner for Zach DeMario, reached with an infield bunt single. Nonetheless, it's small ball, and it's 12-5 Firebirds. And I think that's also the Firebirds putting pressure maybe on the new pitcher coming into the game. Maybe see somebody touch the plate, get him a little bit rattled. Isaac Acosta will take
Is that Acosta?
the
Or
pitch.
Van Arsdale again, because he came.
Oh, it is Van Arsdale. That is true. Sorry, I forgot that Isaac Acosta came out and they did a switch. I do have that crossed out, though. It is Zach Van Arsdale. 2 balls, no strikes. And the pitch to Zach is in there for a strike. It's 2-1. Zach today, in his first plate appearance, taking over for Isaac Acosta, singled. 2 balls and a strike with 2 outs here in the bottom of the fourth. Graham comes set in his pitch. He is a little bit low and inside. It's 3-1 now to Zach Van Arsdale. David Chapansky, James McKenna with you here on the first base side. Great day for baseball as the Firebirds lead this one 12-5. 3 balls, 1 strike with 2 outs, and the pitch is in there for a called strike. It's now 3-2. So full count with 2 outs. 12-5 lead for the Firebirds as Zach Van Arsdale tries to help us cause a little bit more, as he should come out and continue to do the pitching for the Firebirds. The payoff pitch from Graham is in the dirt, ball 4. So Nate Graham will walk the first official batter that he'll see it. As Van Arsdale heads down to first, I would imagine that a courtesy runner might come in here, and it will. We'll see who the courtesy runner is. Now, Liam was just thrown out a couple minutes ago, a minute or 2 ago, so we'll see if it's still Liam.
Shane Turpin.
It is Shane Turpin. So Shane Turpin and Liam Parsons doing the pinch running for the Firebirds today. The courtesy runners, and Shane will head down to first for Zach Van Arsdale, who will continue to do the pitching in the 5th. Bring up Tyler McCord, and he'll take the first pitch for a ball. It's 1-0. Tyler today is 2 for 2 with a single, a double, and a walk. 2 outs here in the bottom of the fourth. 12-5 game. Firebirds lead this one by 7. The pitch from Graham is swung on and hit in the air to left field.
Not deep.
We do not know who that is. It was scheduled to be Valentine, but the left fielder, after breaking in, now going back and reaches with his glove to put it away for the 3rd out of the inning. So McCord flies out. That ends his consecutive on-base streak as McCord flies out to the left fielder. And that will do it. We have played 4 here on the Holy Ghost Prep campus. It's a 12-5 lead for the Firebirds as we head to the top of the 5th. Welcome back here as we head to the top of the 5th. 12-5 lead for the Holy Ghost Prep Firebirds. Zach Van Arsdale stays in to do the pitching. Leading off for the visiting Chichester Eagles will be, as my sheets blow away from the wind, it is Jason Hankins who will lead it off. Hankins today does not have an official plate appearance. He's walked both times 0 for 0. Hankins, the second baseman today, he's had a rough day defensively, but he's been on base twice, so he's kept Chichester's causes alive there. 12-5 lead for the Firebirds as we begin the top of the 5th. David Chapansky, James McKenna with you here on the Holy Ghost Prep YouTube channel. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more athletic content, for baseball content, for Father Dan's masses.
Always a treat.
So we do have a scoring update to provide for you for all the Holy Ghost Prep fans. The Holy Ghost Prep hockey team won today by a final score of 8-1. Thanks to Mr. Heston and Mr. Abramson for bringing our attention to that here on the broadcast. So Firebird hockey wins their game 8-1.
Sounds like the Rangers and the Flyers right there.
And the Firebirds hockey team will play Thursday at 7 at Hatfield in the Flyers Cup semifinals. Swinging is Hankins. He hits the ball over to the shortstop, Jack McDermott, who's up with it. His throw is in time. Score the putout 6-3.
Good play there by Jack.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr.
Thank you, Mr. Heston, for visiting the booth or the tent.
Thanks for the shout out. We're gonna have to get this, like, what's it gonna be called? We need like a name for it.
The 10th.
Party tent.
Nice.
It's the party tent.
Ground out the first base.
Swinging and hit on the ground over to second. He gets through the legs of Matthew Goldenbaum, who couldn't come up with it. So E4, as that will allow Nate Graham, the pitcher, to reach base with 1 out. I believe they should do a courtesy runner here, unless Graham may not stay on and continue to do the pitching, because he's going to stay on and run. I believe this is Owen Valentine, but again, we're not so sure. So the lineup card changing. 1 out here. Van Arsdale comes set, and the first pitch is low. It's 1-0. If it is Owen Valentine, he's 0 for 2 today with a fly out to the left fielder and a fielder's choice.
Yes, he is.
I think I said 0-1. It's 1-0. 12-5 lead for the Firebirds here in the top of the 5th. Chichester batting here with a runner on first. The 1-0 hit him.
Hit.
So I believe that is Owen Valentine who was hit by the pitch. We'll get confirmation when his number comes towards us here as he heads down to first, and it is Owen Valentine. So runners on first and second, hit by pitch, and that will bring up Kennard.
Some bullpen action going on for the Firebirds. Do not know who that is.
Steven Kennard now due up the 9-hole hitter, the center fielder. So after getting a quick out, Van Arsdale does. He now puts runners on first and second with the error and the hit by pitch. Yeah, it is a righty warming up for the Firebirds. 1 out here in the top of the 5th. Van Arsdale delivers the first pitch to Kennard. That is low. It's 1-0.
Good block there by Zach DeMario.
A very good block. Zach has done a really good job behind the plate to keep Chichester from running too much.
Yes, he has.
Firebirds have played a pretty good game. I mean, defensively, they've been pretty sound. Of course, the error by Matt Goldenbaum does hurt that a little bit, but we'll give them a pass. For the most part, it's been very good for the Firebirds. The 1-0 is swung on, a foul tipped at the plate. It's 1-1. 1-1 and 1 out here in the 5th. So the 2s are wild earlier, the 1s are wild here.
Yes, they are.
Here in the top of the 5th inning, Chichester and Holy Ghost Prep. Holy Ghost Prep leads 12-5. Holy Ghost comes into this game 1-2. Last game was a loss against LaSalle 7-5 and a heartbreaker. Swinging is Kennard, and he hits one in the air down the left field line. Phillips is over to give it a look, but it will head foul and roll towards the berm down there, the outlet, and it's 1-2. On deck for Chichester is the top of the lineup for Andrew Scott, the third baseman. He is a double today. Wind picks up a little bit here. 1 ball, 2 strikes. The count. Van Arsdale delivers. Upstairs, it's 2-2
Good pitch.
to Kennard.
Good pitch on a 1-2 count.
Like I said, there's bullpen action for the Firebirds. Not quite sure, though, who that is. It is a righty. Hard to see the number with the sun beginning to head down on our side here. Now looking into the shadows. The 2-2 pitch. Ball, it's 3-2. And that may also play a part in the hitters a little bit, too, because the pitcher is mainly, well, except for the shadow with Zach, the pitcher is kind of in the sun and the batter is in the shade. So the ball goes from the sun to the shade to the batter. So maybe a little bit more difficult for him to see. The 3-2 payoff pitch is swung on and hit in the air out to the center fielder. That's Robbins. He's under it. He said he's got it. And he'll put it away for the second out. Not tagging from second is Valentine. Score the putout F8, and there's 2 outs, as James said, here in the top of the 5th. That will turn the lineup over to the leadoff hitter, Andrew Scott, who is 1 for 3 today with a double, a ground out, and he reached on an error to the center fielder, Robbins, last time out. 2 outs, runners on first and second, 12-5 lead for the Firebirds. I have to give credit to Zach Van Arsdale. He's done a pretty good job coming in relief.
He has. Yeah.
First inning was a little bit rough, but he settled in here. First pitch is in the dirt, gets behind DeMario, and moving up each base will be the Chichester Eagles. Moving up to third will be Nate Graham. Moving up to second will be Owen Valentine. 1 ball, no strikes. The count to the leadoff hitter, Scott. 12-5 lead for the Firebirds here in the top of the 5th. And the 1-0 in there for a strike. It's 1-1. 2 outs here in the 5th. Firebirds and Zach Van Arsdale trying to strand those 2 Eagles out on base. The 1-1 pitch hit him. Second hit by pitch in the inning, as Zach Van Arsdale will allow Andrew Scott to go to first base. And now the bases are loaded for Chichester. And that will bring up Zach Taylor, who will face Van Arsdale. And all of a sudden now the Eagles are threatening to score with 2 outs here in the 5th. Firebirds have a pretty good lead here, but an extra base hit would make it a lot closer here in the 5th. It's been an offensive game. It has.
Yes, it has.
Bases are loaded, full of Eagles for Taylor. And the first pitch is lined down the right field line, in for a base hit. Scoring from third is Graham, and it's now a 12-6 ball game. RBI single for Taylor, his first hit of the day. And the bases remain loaded for the Eagles. And that will bring up the shortstop, Josh Hankins. And he is the Chichester player of the game. So far today, he's 2 for 2 with a single, a home run. There was a 2-run shot and a walk. His home run got the scoring started in today's ball game with a 2-run shot to left field. Left center field back in the top of the 1st. That was against Isaac Acosta. First pitch here that Josh Hankins sees. The shortstop for Chichester is low. It's 1-0. So now Zach has to find the zone here with 2 outs in a 12-6 game. 1 ball, no strikes. The count. Van Arsdale comes set. And his pitch is low and in the dirt, blocked by DeMario. It's 2-0. To Josh Hankins.
Zach just looking for the rhythm he had going for the last 2 innings, I would say.
Yeah.
Just looking for that rhythm. Trying to get that mojo back.
2 balls, no strikes. 2 outs. Here in the top of the 5th, the 2-0 is upstairs. It's 3-0 to Hankins. So that action out in the bullpen for the Firebirds might have to be hurried up a little bit. Should be ready, though. It's been warming up for a while. It is a righty. Number's hard to see, so I can't tell you exactly who. It looks like the number's in the 20s.
38?
Can't be Nick Ken, because
38 or
Nick is a
28?
lefty.
It's either 38 or 28.
28. Let's see if we have a 28. Here is the 3-0 pitch.
They walked him.
And they walked him. Zach wanted that pitch, but according to the home plate umpire, it was low and outside. So Hankins will walk, and it's now a 12-7 ball game.
He is getting pulled.
And that should do it here. Zach Van Arsdale might be pulled here. I would imagine with Coach Olinsky coming out, looks like he has the face to remove him here. And Zach Van Arsdale is done. So Zach will depart from this ball game. All 3 runners are his responsibility. It's a 12-7 lead for the Firebirds, but Chichester already scoring 2 in this inning. We're going to threaten for more. We'll be right back here on the Holy Ghost Prep YouTube channel. 12-7. Firebirds lead. Welcome back here as we are in the top of the fifth, 2 outs. Firebirds are in a jam. The bases are loaded. Firebirds do lead this one 12-7. Batter due up for Chichester is the cleanup hitter Anthony Karamanko. The catcher now doing the pitching for the Firebirds is number 38 Matthew Gondalik. Gondalik also plays basketball, switches between JV and varsity. We'll get a chance to throw here in a very high pressure situation. David Chmansky, James McKenna with you here. Eagles. I mean, Chichester Eagles. But Phillies, Mets, 2-1 still as the Mets lead that one up there in Flushing. Without Holy Ghost, 2 outs as Matthew Gondalik has tried to work out of the bases loaded jam for Karamanko, the catcher. Today, Anthony is 1 for 2 at the plate. He has a single, a ground out, and a walk. The righty stands in here against the righty Gondalik, the sophomore for the Firebirds. Facing against Karamanko, and the first pitch is in the dirt, bounce. It's 1-0. So all of a sudden, if you're a Firebirds fan, you're starting to move a little bit. You know what I mean? You're starting to get the juices flowing, kind of like the Phillies when the bullpen were coming in 2020. You had that worry, you had that nervousness. Firebirds still do have a 5-run lead, but the bases are loaded here. 1 ball, no strikes, the count and the pitch. Inside, it's 2-0.
Gondalik just looking to get 1 out here.
Absolutely. Yep, 1 out is all you need.
12-7.
The 2-0 is tipped but foul. It's 2-1. As Alec Boehm is up to the dish, I believe he struck out. Phillies need to tie it. They've had some chances. I've been watching it on game day. Here, I told you we'll keep you update with the Phillies and, of course, this game here. Ball is fouled back, and now Gondalik has worked back to make it a 2-2 count after falling behind 2-0. So the 2s are wild again. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. 12-7 lead for the Firebirds here in the bottom of the 5th. Firebirds taking on the visiting Chichester Eagles. About a 50-minute ride up here to Holy Ghost Prep. Next game will be on Thursday. We'll have it right here for you on the Holy Ghost Prep YouTube channel against Roman Catholic. And the 2-2. That was a close pitch. Good hook there by Gondalik, but it misses inside. It's 3-2.
Close pitch there.
Very close.
Got to attack the strike zone here at a full count. Don't want to walk in the
3 balls, 2 strikes, and the payoff pitch, the runners run. Strike 3 called. Good pitch. It's paint by Matthew Gondalik, who will shut down Chichester, as going down looking is Karamanko. As we head to the bottom of the 5th, 12-7 Firebirds lead. Welcome back here as my computer takes a tumble. David Chmansky, James McKenna with you here.
Welcome back.
And Gene Segura has singled to tie up the game in New York. It's 2-2.
Did he? My phone's delayed.
So get started here in the bottom of the fifth. Leadoff hitter will be Reese Accord, I believe. He'll take the first pitch as a ball. It's 1-0.
Is it? No, it's Jack McDermott.
It is Jack McDermott. My bad. I
We're good.
crossed off McDermott's last inning, and I meant to fix that here in this half, but watching the Phillies a little bit. Yep.
Both lefties, yeah.
It's a strike. It's 1-1. Continuing to do the pitching for Chichester is Nate Graham. The next pitch is outside. It's 2-1. Nate Graham comes in relief here. Chichester did find a way to score 2 there. As it's a 12-7 game. Ball's hit in the air, deep to right field. Going back is Valentine. He'll look up, and it will bounce across or against the tarp fence. And heading for third is Jack McDermott. The throw is not in time. And Jack McDermott has his second triple of the game. Lightning speed out there for Jack McDermott, who gives the Firebirds a leadoff base runner, and it's a triple. Now Reese Accord is coming up. That's a beautiful swing right there, ain't it?
That's a nice
That's
swing.
a beautiful swing. Stays right on it.
Put it right in
Crushes
his
the
wheelhouse,
ball.
yeah.
Shame it didn't get out of here, but it's a line drive. It's a good swing. If it got under it, probably wouldn't have been that good. First pitch to Reese Accord is in there for a strike. It's 0-1.
Sometimes the umpire says it, sometimes doesn't. So,
Yep. Sometimes that's the way it goes.
Yeah.
The 0-1 is sit in the air, out to left field, shading over, but running out of room. It's 0-2. Reese a little bit late there on that one.
Yes. We need to ask you, what were your thoughts about the Alec Bohm play at the plate the other night?
Oh yeah, that's pretty interesting. We should have covered that a little bit earlier. But good to think about it now. I mean, was he out? Probably.
Yeah, probably.
But I mean, here's the thing though that I think a lot of people don't understand is, and I know that a misses. It's 1-2. I mean, I know that it's weird to say it, but the call on the field is what will stand if it's too close.
Yes.
And they looked at a replay. We saw the Mets got a cheap win, if you will, with Conforto leaning in with his pad. That ball sit on the ground,
That's a good
up
rip
the
by
middle,
Reese.
into center field by Reese Accord. It's now a 13-7 lead, RBI single for Reese Accord. Still nobody out as Aiden Robbins will come up to bat. But, really, you see a lot of the times those plays stand with the call on the field, and that's what it was. The umpires reviewed it, and they decided that he was safe. And, the thing that I would say to Braves fans, or just say to people, and, was he out? Probably, but you have to remember the Braves put themselves in that situation. That was lined down the first base line, heading towards us, maybe the bus, and it just missed the bus. For Chichester, it's 0-1. That would have broke a windshield.
That would have broken.
Yeah, that was a good swing there by Robbins. Trying to keep it fair, though, this time. But, I mean, really, the Braves got themselves in that situation. Kristen Pache played that ball horribly. Ball sit on the ground, foul down the left field line. It's 0-2. But, he hit that ball hard, and it hit off, the wall. Kristen Pache, the Braves' right center fielder, played the ball weird, and that allowed him to get the second. And, you don't allow that. That's probably a single. And Gene Segura grounds out the next batter and would have been a double play, and you're out of it. So, there was other mistakes there made, too, by Atlanta. What do you think about it?
I thought he was obviously out, but I know the rule is that you can't be blocking the plate, but he wasn't blocking the plate because he was
The
going for
throw
ball.
took him, yeah.
Yes.
I don't think that's the main argument.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And like you said, you can't overturn a call that's way too close like that. The play that I was more angry about was the Alvarado play. The game before.
Oh,
that,
yeah. Yeah, that was rough.
That
Jose, yep.
head scratcher moment.
Jose's
there.
been good, though. When you throw 100 and you have that wicked slider, you can be on any Major League Baseball team. And, yeah, there's control problems, but he's a very good pitcher. Glad the Phillies got him. There goes the runner from first as his hit and run. That ball is slowed down on the grass. The second baseman charges it but couldn't field it. And there'll be an... We'll score that a base hit because that ball really died, and the second baseman had to rush over. So we'll give a hit to Matt Goldenbaum. There's one out here with runners on first and second. The play before that was Robbins. He grounded out into a fielder's choice. So there's one out. 13-7 lead for the Firebirds here in this one. In the bottom of the fifth, Nate Graham doing the pitching for Chichester.
Joey
There's
Amati.
there's a ball. It's 1-0 to Joe Amati. 1 for 2 with a single, a strikeout, and a walk. The 1-0 pitch, they check back on the runner at seconds. Robbins, he gets back safely.
Walking by us right now.
1 ball, no strikes with 1 out. Here in the bottom of the 5th. 13-7 lead for the Firebirds. But yeah, there's been a lot of interesting plays in that Braves series. Now they take on the Mets. The 1-0 is swung on once again, hit down our way, and the bus this time the tire will take a hit. That guy's going to move now, right? He kind of has to. No, he's not. You got him once, he stayed there. You got him twice, he's still going to stay there. But if you get him the 3rd time in the windshield, he may not stay there anymore. We'll see what happens.
He's saying, I'm a bus, you gotta...
1 ball, 1
cut out
strike.
this more
Yeah,
than
the bus may not take a beating right away, but
Who knows?
got to watch those windshields around here.
Bitch.
You really do. Stepping off there is Graham. Amati up at the plate for the Firebirds in a 13-7 lead. 1-1. Ones are wild, and the pitch to Amati. Outside, it's 2-1. 13-7 lead for the Firebirds in this one. Runners on 1st and 2nd. It's been a long one, James.
Yes,
It's been a long one. Next game will be on Thursday against Roman Catholic at 4 o'clock.
Hoping for like a home run for
Don't forget to subscribe. That would be nice. There's a ball. It's 3-1.
It's the mercy rule 7 after 6. I don't know what the mercy rule is.
I'm not sure. I mean, I think we still have a way to go
Yes,
there
we
before
do.
mercy rule. Yeah, I wouldn't.
I would've rolled it
Chichester's
around.
offense has fought back too. So,
Yeah.
3 balls, 1 strike, and the payoff pitch is upstairs. Ball 4, walked him. So good at bat there by Joey Amati,
He's not coming down to first base. I don't know what he's doing.
and the bases will be loaded for the Firebirds.
Amati's not leaving. Amati's not
That
leaving.
was ball 4, right?
Well, the runner stole 2nd and 3rd without anybody
Well, the scoreboard and
noticing.
I guess have it wrong. Graham comes set, and his next pitch to Amati is in the dirt, and that walked him. So the bases are loaded regardless. We just had to wait another pitch.
Yeah.
Wait another 15
Like how the
seconds.
runner just casually took the base. Just casually.
That will now bring up Nick Phillips. Nick Phillips today is 2 for 2 with a single, a double, and a base hit. Can he keep, and a walk, I should say.
Yes.
Can he keep up his hot on base streak? Nick Phillips. The pitch from Graham is a ball. It's 1-0. Ball, no strikes. 13-7 lead for the Firebirds here in the bottom of the 5th. Still got 2 more innings to go, James.
Yes, we do.
Yep. Game is moving at a fantastically quick
Yes.
pace. But I'm enjoying it. You know, I hope everybody at home is too.
Yeah.
It's just, you know, you got to stretch those legs a little bit from
Yeah.
sitting, and that's why, you know, you always say, I've been sitting for too long. It's 2-0 in the pitch. It's a ball in the dirt. It's 3-0. On deck for the Firebirds is Zach DeMario.
Like Phillips looking to bring in the run. What? By walk or? Who knows?
There is bullpen action for Chichester.
Yes.
It's a righty. Not quite sure who it is. Again, the number is kind of blocking us here in the shade. 3 balls, no strikes. There's no way to put them. Bases are loaded, full of Firebirds here in the bottom of the 5th. Graham comes set, and his 3-0 pitch is upstairs. Ball 4, walked in a run. It's now 14-7, so the Firebirds score their 2nd run of the inning as Phillips will head down to first base, and that will now bring up Zach DeMario. We'll see if there's a pitching change. The pitcher seems to be ready here. We'll see if they do take him out. Pitcher and catcher running in from the bullpen, coming around towards the first base dugout, and I would believe that coming out of this game will be the pitcher, Graham. We'll see if that's the case, though. Kind of an awkward, there's always like this awkward pause, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like, you gotta wait a little bit, which is fine. But, you know, there was not a press announcer here. Shout out to Mr. Bessler,
Yes.
who
Shout
is,
out to Mr. Best.
he was here earlier.
He left.
He did leave, but shout out to him. He would like that. Our wonderful basketball announcer, or PA announcer, also coach of the JV team. And I believe staying in this game will be Grant.
Maybe give him one more batter. Let's see.
Yeah.
See what he does.
I mean, the control has been wild for Graham, to say the least. See, though, if he can get out Zach DeMario here, the number 9 hitter for the Firebirds. Zach today is 1 for 2 with a infield single, a strikeout looking, and a walk. Bases are full Firebirds, 14-7 here in the bottom of the 5th, only 1 away. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Firebirds coming in this game 1-2. And the pitch is low and in the dirt. It's 1-0 to Zach. Firebirds with a win today would even up their record at 2-2. They would then take a go-ahead in terms of more wins than losses at home.
Firebirds
1
looking to get
ball,
some more damage.
no strikes. Yep, and the pitch. In there for a strike, it's 1-1. It may begin to get to be, you know, let's call a strike, let's get out of here. You know what I mean? It's kind of getting to that point where, you know, the meatloaf is ready at home. You want to watch Phillies baseball tonight. The Flyers are on tonight, but let's be honest, they play the Capitals, so we'll see how that goes. That may be a quick turnoff.
Thoughts on the trade deadline?
I'm glad that they didn't sell completely. I think that as an outside pitch, it's 3-1 now to Zach. I mean, I think it's smart though, because I mean the team made they were a serious Stanley Cup contender last year, and you know the defense has been a problem, and the defensemen. I mean, you lose Matt Niskanen, you lose Tyler Pitlick, and all of a sudden you're using guys from the minor leagues to come up. Well, I shouldn't call them minor leagues. That's strike. It's 3-2, but you know, minor affiliates, and you know that's been a problem for them. So you know, I'm glad they didn't completely sell Michael Raffel and Eric Gustafson. I didn't think Gustafson was mainly a healthy scratch anyway, so that wasn't a big deal. They got a 7th-round pick back for him, and then they get a 5th-round pick from the Capitals for Michael Raffel, who I think they would have got more for, but he is hurt. Yes. So we'll see how that goes for the Capitals. 3 balls, 2 strikes, ball 4. Walk Zach DeMario, and another run will come on in. It's now 15-7. Firebirds. Still 2-2 up in Flushing.
Now they're going to pull.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's kind of gotten to that point. 3 straight walks, 4 straight runners on base. And with only 1 out, I believe, will be Liam Parsons, who will become the courtesy runner for the catcher, Zach DeMario. And then we'll turn it over to the top of the lineup for Zach Van Arsdale.
Or is it Matt Gondlik since he came in?
Oh, yeah, then maybe Matt Gondlik. We'll see. We'll have that for you. We will also have for you who the new pitcher is when we come back. Stay tuned here on the Holy Ghost Pep YouTube channel. 15-7 lead for the Firebirds.
All right.
Yeah, the computer keeps on falling down. Quick break here. But guess what, James? Number 55, who we had no idea who was pinch running, is pitching.
Real.
So now it's like, what's happening? He's not on our roster. Let me see if I can double check here. 55. I just double checked a second ago, but I'll do it again. And yeah, there is no number 55. There are 2 number 5s. So maybe this is one of the number 5s. Aaron Jackson and Zaquan Bertrand, hopefully I'm pronouncing that right, are the 2 number 5s. So maybe that's part of it.
That might be it.
Yeah, that may be.
One of
Suppose
those.
they do that in spring training, you know, double 5s. I'm not sure, though. But anyway, number 55 is in the game with 1 out. 15-7 lead for the Firebirds here in the bottom of the 5th. Bases are full of Firebirds. And the top of the lineup is due up. I believe it will be Matt Gondalik, who did do the pitching for the Firebirds last inning. But we'll see. I think it should be him. We'll see for sure in just a second.
Yeah. Maybe Chichester is like throwing in the glove if he's like a JV switch on.
What's interesting here is this may be
the
the first time that he has pitched in a game.
It might be.
Because the coach stayed out there on the mound for a little bit, I guess to probably watch the delivery, and a couple of the warm-up throws looks like he was trying to get his arm slot down. So this may be one of the first times that he's appeared in the game. Maybe not, just it's a full guess there. Maybe he's a pro, but I'm just saying based on what we're seeing out here on the field. It is Matt Gondalik, who steps up the bat with the neon orange bat. And the pitch, as my papers blow around, is hit on the ground over to third. Stepping on the bag for 1 and throwing it over to first. Good double play there. As a good play completed by Andrew Scott, who ended the inning. They needed that double play, did Chichester. We head to the top of the 6th. Firebirds have a solid lead, 15-7 over Chichester Eagles. We'll be right back here on the Holy Ghost Pep YouTube channel. Okay, welcome back here. Firebirds bringing a righty. Oh, no, it's still Matthew Gondalik. My bad.
Still Matt Gonglik.
I jumped a little bit to the gun there. I was not used to seeing 38. Matt did not pitch too much in that 5th inning. We get to the top of the 6th. David Shapansky, James McKenna with you here. Firebirds lead this one 15-7 over Chichester. Chichester was in this one early, but Firebirds offense has pulled away. But one thing to say in Chichester's defense is they have seemed to score and at least kind of pack somewhat of a punch. But Firebirds have a good lead here now, 15-7 to start the top of the 6th. Gondalik stays in, and the first batter he will face here, as that ball's hit in the air, first base line. The right fielder is over to give it a look, and he slides. And apparently it's a fair ball. And there is a new batter in the game for Chichester. I'm not quite sure who that is. It's number 21. Let's see if I could fill in the number here on the fly. And that was Vince Wildrick, who comes in and doubles. So Vince, not quite sure who he subbed in, but he looked like he was a new batter. Joe Amati dove. I thought that went foul.
I feel like he was in fair territory, and then he might have hit it foul.
Yeah,
I
but
don't know.
it depends on where the ball is, even if half your body. Let's hit on the ground over to third.
Yeah.
Tyler McCord is up with it. Stellar play by Tyler to keep the runner at second. And there's one away here as Jason Hankins grounds out 6-3.
I'll say the umpire might have thought he hit the ball foul.
Yeah.
Something like that. Who knows?
And
8-run deficit, maybe giving them a call.
there will now be a new first baseman as Vince Wildrick will come in and take over for Hunter Claycomb. So Claycomb will come out of the game, and that's why the runner at second is Vince Wildrick.
Yes.
1 ball, no strikes now to Nate Graham, trying to get everything all settled out. Chichester making a lot of substitutions with 1 out here in the top of the 6th. Gondalik now steps off. Ball, no strikes, 1 out here in the top of the 6th. My bad, I'm rushing our time away here. Dave Shapansky, Matthew Gondalik pitching, but James McKenna with us here on the broadcast. When you're memorizing so many names, it is hard to, it's hard to, yeah, exactly,
Bring out,
interchange them.
yeah.
You try to interchange them, and sometimes you try to speak too fast.
Yeah.
It's 2-0. And the 2-0 pitch swung on and missed. It's 2-1. Phillies and Mets still tied 2-2 in the 6th. Here, the Firebirds lead 15-7. Next game will be on Thursday against Roman Catholic. That game also begins at 4. We'll have it here for you on the Holy Ghost Pep YouTube channel. Swinging and a miss. It's 2-2. Runner on second is Wildrick. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Gondalik comes set in his pitch upstairs, ball 3. I think if you're Matt here, you have to just come with the fastball. Let him hit it. If he hits it, it is what it is, but can't start to walk batters. 15-7 lead for the Firebirds. Gondalik comes set in his 3-2 offering, is swung on and popped up. First base side, Reese Accord is over to give it a look, but it will head foul. That ball tried to hit our tent. It's 3-2. Yeah.
Foul ball. Almost hit us.
3 balls and 2 strikes remains. Wind is really picking up. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Gondalik comes set. And his payoff pitch again. Ball 4 walked him. As that's number 55. Walking there.
Whoever that may
I
be.
wish we had a name. I wish we did. I feel bad, too. I really do. But I don't have a name. Gondalik now on the mound, and his next pitch is outside for a ball. It's 1-0. Runners on first and second with 1 out. 15-7 lead for the Firebirds. 2-2 is led to the bottom of the 6th. Bottom of the 7th? Are they in the 6th or 7th? They're in the 7th.
Oh, that's Phillies.
The Phillies are in the bottom of the 7th, so the Mets have a chance to walk it off. Here we're in the top of the 6th. And the game started at the same time. Swing and a miss. It's 1-1. Again, not quite sure if Chichester is keeping the same lineup going. because this should be Owen Valentine. But is it? That's the question you have to ask yourself. Or my bad, this should not be Owen Valentine. As there's a 1 ball, 2 strikes. Trying to figure everything out here because there's a lot going on. It's 1 ball, 2 strikes and the pitch. Swinging and foul tipped past the glove of DeMario and remains 1-2. So we'll try to find out who the substitution, I guess 15 is batting. That's Phil Lug. Thank you. Phil Lug doing the batting here. I would imagine it may be for Valentine or Kennard. Not exactly sure. We've lost count of the lineup with the changes. And the 1-2. In the dirt. Good eye there. By Phil Lug, it's 2-2.
That's a good 1-2 pitch there by Matt.
Yeah, it is. And, you know, try to get him fishing and got a waste pitch there, but it was a competitive pitch, which is good to see from Matt Gondelek, who also plays on the JV team. The 2-2. Swing and a miss, and Lou goes down for the second out of the inning. And with 2 outs, that will bring up the next batter. I would imagine it may be another change. Chichester's a lot of guys, so we'll see they made another change. Gondelek with 2 outs. Next pitch is a swing and a miss.
Yeah, it looks like a new kid.
Did you see who that number was?
No.
It's 0-1. 15-7 lead for the Firebirds here in the top of the 6th. Firebirds taking on Chichester. Matthew Gondelek on the mound for the Firebirds with runners on first and second. The 0-1 swung on and hit on the ground over to the shortstop, Jack McDermott. He's up with it and fields it over to first. A little bit of a low throw, but good
pick there.
By Reese Court. We have played 5.5. We head to the bottom of the 6th.
Yes, 5-6.
Yeah. You're right, 6.5. No, 5.5.
That's 5.
We head to the bottom of the 6th. We're tired.
Long day,
15-7 lead is a long day. 15-7 lead for the Firebirds. Stay tuned here on the Holy Ghost Prep YouTube channel. Welcome back here. James had to go do something real quick, but he'll be right back as we get started here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Firebirds should have 2, 3, and 4 due up. McCord, McDermott, and Accord to get started here in the bottom of the 6th. Firebirds lead this one 15-7. James is back with us now. So as the wind picks up here, we were in the mid-60s. I just checked. We're in the high 50s. 59 degrees is what it feels like right here on the field. Number 55 is in the game, and the first pitch to Tyler McCord is a little bit high. The bus went by, so you may have a little bit static background noise, but we should get that resolved as it goes by. It's 1-0. The 1-0 pitch.
Don't know what the umpire called there. Looked like a ball.
I think it was a ball.
Yes.
Yeah, it looked a little bit high in it. It's 2-0. Today, Tyler McCord's big hit, double. It was an RBI double, also a single, a walk. 2-0 is way inside. It's 3-0. He did fly out to the left fielder to break up his consecutive on-base streak. That was his last time up. 3 balls and no strikes. The pitch to Tyler McCord. is in there for a strike. It's 3-1.
Looked like he was taken all the way there.
Yeah.
Also, had a bit of pitch that the umpire just gave him. On a 3-0
It
count.
looked like a good pitch on the inside corner. The 3-1. Upstairs, ball 4. So Tyler McCord is on base to start the bottom of the 6th. 15-7 lead for the Firebirds. And that will bring up Jack McDermott. Jack today is 2 triples, a single, and he also reached via an error. Well, those 2 triples were big ones, and boy, were they line drives. Good piece of hitting there by Jack, both times.
Yes, very good piece.
Still 2-2, but the Mets are threatening in the bottom of the 7th. If they score, they walk it off. We'll keep you updated. The pitch is swung on and hit in the air out to center field. Kennard looks up, and it is once again off the tarp. Heading for home is McCord. McDermott is trying to get his 3rd triple, and he'll be in there safely. It's the 3rd triple of the day for Jack McDermott. Have yourself a day. And Jack is on board with a triple, and that now makes it a 16-7 lead.
Was he the? Thought it was a home run. Was that Jack or was that?
That
Tyler?
was Tyler.
That was Tyler. Okay.
So that will now bring up. Thought it was Reese Accord, but they're going to bring in a pinch hitter. Not quite sure who the pinch hitter is, but we'll find out in a little bit. It is a righty-on-righty matchup, though. Chichester does have bullpen action, and the first pitch hit him. So now runners on the corners with nobody out. We'll see exactly who that is, number 25. It's not Hunter. Let's see if we could tell who that is there. That is Gavin McGuigan. McGuigan? McGuigan, maybe. All right, well, Gavin is aboard after he was hit by the pitch. So he takes over for Reese Accord, so he'll play first base in the 7th. And that'll now bring up, I believe, Aiden Robbins, maybe.
Unless he subbed out. It looks like there's a lefty up at bat.
Yeah, there is a lefty up at the plate.
So that's not Robbins. But who could it be?
We'll see who that is. Again, it's difficult to see. There's been lots of changes.
Number 21.
Looks like that's number 21. It's Pete Hoffman.
Pete Hoffman, sophomore. A lot of sophomores on the team.
And the first pitch that he sees is a ball. It's 1-0. Runners on the corners for the Firebirds here in the bottom of the 6th. 16-7 lead. I think it's safe to say that both teams are making changes, and maybe this one might be over with. 1-0 is a strike. It's 1-1. But anything can happen.
Anything can happen.
It's baseball. Mets have a serious threatening push up there in New York. Looks like they may get close to walking it off soon. Hopefully not, though. We'll see.
Not so hot.
Next pitch is, we'll see what they called it. It was close on the outside corner. And the scoreboard operator has not yet announced what that was. Next pitch is fouled back.
Well, I think
So it's either 1-2 or
2-2.
2-2. I think it's 1-2.
Is it?
It is 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Nobody out. Here in the bottom of the 6th, Firebirds threaten again. Chichester plays their infield in. Time is called.
Look at the Phillies. Brendan Nimmo up at bat. But you got Nimmo out. Then you got the deadly Francisco Lindor.
Yeah, it's rough, that New York lineup. Some good pieces at the top of it. The pitch.
That's all it's
Upstairs, ball 2, it's 2-2. They did strike out Nimmo. Help you out a little bit there.
There we go.
2 balls, 2 strikes. Nobody out. Pete Hoffman up at the dish and the pitch. Ball 4. So apparently there was an extra ball. There was a 3-2 count. And that walk will now make the bases loaded. So Hoffman is aboard. I would imagine he might play center field. Now Matthew Goldenbaum is a scheduled hitter, but let's be honest, things are changing. It does look like Goldenbaum, though. It does look like Matt. Apparently, another run would walk this game off, as that would make a 10-run mercy rule at 16-7. And there's a ball, I believe. We'll see what it scored. It was close. It scored a strike. It's 0-1 in the pitch. Hit him.
Hit him.
And that should do it. So the run will come in to score. That is 10. So Goldenbaum, I believe that is.
Let's go.
It is Goldenbaum.
Walk-off hit by pitch.
Hit by pitch. Got him in the ribs, it looks like. So that will do it. It's a walk-off hit by pitch, not Michael Conforto style.
Nah.
And that will do it. 17-7 as the Firebirds win this game. We'll be right back here for a short post-game live. Welcome back here. It's time for Firebirds post-game live here on the Firebirds YouTube channel. I want to thank everyone for tuning in today. It was truly a great day for baseball. It was a windy day, but it was a win for the Firebirds nonetheless. 17-7 as they mercy rule in 6 innings. Chichester Eagles and the Firebirds improved to 2-2. They are now 2-1 at home. Next game on Thursday will be against Roman Catholic. Player of the game, we'll first start with Chichester because they did have a player of the game, in my opinion. That was Josh Hankins. That home run in the first, big 2-run home run, that gave them their offensive spark. He had a couple other hits throughout the rest of the day. Hankins provided the offense there for Chichester. Chichester's offense was not bad. It was the pitching did not keep them in the game.
It did not.
And for Holy Ghost, they had 2 players of the game, and they were the same players of the game, in my opinion, last game. And it's Tyler McCord and Jack McDermott. If I had to give a 3rd player of the game, it would be to Nick Phillips. He played really well today. He had 2 hits. He was on base all 4 at-bats, all 4 times. So, you know, it is impressive by Nick Phillips, and it's really nice to see that the bottom of the lineup produced today, too, for the Firebirds. It was really important. And another good thing, too, for the Firebirds is they kind of gave some of their starters time off towards the end of the game, got them the rest and get them ready for the next game on Thursday against Roman Catholic, and we'll have that for you here. But, you know, James, what did you make of this game? You know, some bright spots. Of course, the pitching for the Firebirds was a little bit rough in the beginning. Isaac Acosta gave up the 2-run shot, but then pitched pretty well, I thought. And then it was Zach who came in, Zach Van Arsdale, and then Matthew Gondalik. So 3 pitchers the Firebirds only used. So that means Matt Long, who will probably start the next game. He did a really good job in the home opener. So, but yeah, what do you make of this game for the Firebirds in their 17-7 rout over Chichester?
Obviously, the bats came today for the Firebirds, and the walks. The walks definitely helped them. Pitching gave up around 8 walks, which is definitely something they need to improve on.
Yeah.
But not your main pitchers today. Isaac Acosta pitched a pretty solid outing after that home run.
Yeah.
Still walked a few batters, but all the pitchers walked a few batters besides Nick Gondalik for like that one inning. But other than that, they played a really, really solid game.
Well, I will give a shout out though to Chichester too, because I was given a printed roster, which is fantastic. So, you know, sometimes it's just a picture, but they had a copy of it. So that will do it for us here. David Chapansky, James McKenna with us here on the first base line. Firebirds Rats, the visiting Chichester Eagles by a final score of 17-7. We thank everybody for joining us tonight. Go Firebirds, and stay safe. Firebirds win this one, 17-7. Next game on Thursday against Roman Catholic, right here at 4 o'clock. Thank you all, and good night.